In this world, angels live among us. Many great invincible beings of immeasurable power, a bridge between us and the gods. These creatures are not as you might imagine them. While some are human-like in their appearance, most are alien. A sitting mountain, a giant boar, a hovering sphere. Each of the angels provides a powerful boon to the surrounding area and its inhabitants. They do not speak to us. They do not move. We built our world around them. They shaped our cultures. We rely on them. Until something dark came along. Now, one by one, the angels have been slain. The people of the lands around them slaughtered. A wave of death is spreading across our world. Only a few places remain as a final bastion of life. Only a few against an endless horde of oblivion. And within these few, a single band of unlikely heroes, bound by forces beyond their understanding. In this world, there is only a single word that describes their soul-bound connection.
Welcome back to the Bluestone Mines under the Kingdom of Uma. And I would like everyone, first of all, to roll me a d20. Thank you very much.
I rolled a 4.
Oh, over 1.
I rolled a 14.
I rolled a 10.
Okay, thank you very much. You are all recovering, basically, from the events of the previous session. You defeated Frozen Fred, who was a sort of giant mechanical arcane golem. And when he exploded into bits, before you were able to get to Cirrus, she passed away. She died. There was a moment where there was a sort of a panic and a sadness before Thrak pulled out the spell that allows him to turn back time, which gave Cirrus another chance at life. And I think after, sort of, there's probably the shock of almost dying and the fact that a lot of you, I think, took injuries and were exhausted after that fight. Essentially, you will have had a long rest. I'm giving it to you sort of on an end of chapter sort of long rest here. But I think you guys, we can sort of assume that you've been sat around relaxing a little bit in this cave while you recover. Who was sort of the least injured, I guess, or the least affected as well?
Might have been me.
Jilden?
I think so.
Yeah, I think at the end of it, you
Because I used tanking
you
with
had
my
the
wild
most
shape
hit
most
points left. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to be revived.
Right, okay.
I got down to 1 hit point at one point.
Right, yeah, you had to pull on the Orcish.
Try pull an Orcish.
You had to pull an Orcish and come back to life.
Do it every day. And I wake up.
Yeah. Okay, well, in that case, let's have Jilden roll me an investigation or a perception check, whichever one you want.
It's going to be perception. It's an 8.
An 8. Okay, let's see here. So there's a bunch of stuff that's in this cavern. Most of it is very ancient looking equipment that was probably used during the mining era of the cavern here. There is there's only this sort of single entrance to this cave system that you guys came in through. But you do notice that there is a hole nearby that is in a tunnel behind where Frozen Fred was actually sort of frozen into the wall. The hole appears to quite recently have had a rope ladder that went down into the lower level. However, that was burned away by some sort of fireball that was cast right next to it. I think the only other thing that you notice in this time as you're kind of wandering about is that written on the side of a chunk of plate of metal that came off of Frozen Fred. Frozen Fred, by the way, didn't completely disintegrate like all the other monodrones. A lot of him did, but a lot of him didn't. So there's just chunks of him about. There's sort of this composite armor, these metallic plates, and then chunks of like clay and ice and things. You actually notice that on the side of the golem, written in Goliath, is the word Fred, as if that was his actual name. Let's have anyone else roll me an investigation check. I'll let you guys decide who wants to be the one that's sort of picking over the last of the stuff here.
It is not me.
So this is hours and hours later, right?
Yeah. Or it can be like within the time. It's sort of, time is wishy-washy with long rests. You guys are all sitting around and tending to your wounds and stuff, and then there's some time where you're just sort of catching your breath and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would look around. I would certainly investigate.
Okay.
19.
A 19. On a 19, you discover something. In the area where Fred was destroyed, there is a small blue gemstone that is glowing still.
Does it look like one of the shapes from the altar that we saw back in the caves?
No. It is just a chunk of blue topaz that it seems to be imbued with arcane energy. It's probably part of what was making Fred work.
See, okay.
Does Fred seem to have a touch of the divine in his make?
Roll me an Arcana check.
13.
No. This is purely old magic, really. Just some old mage built this thing, imbued it with power, and it had a task once upon a time.
All right. This is interesting to me then.
I think I would probably study it a little bit while we're resting.
Okay, give me another Arcana check.
I can, I think I got a thing. Hold on, let me check here. An alchemy thing. I can easily identify the use of any component you acquire after examining it with your alchemist's supplies during a long rest. From my background in alchemy.
Yeah, I guess I'll allow it. What does it give you mechanically?
I can just identify the uses of any component. So if it's a component for something, I can know like what it could be used for. using alchemy. So I'd be working with it with my little potion maker's lab.
Yeah, I tell you what, give me an Arcana check with advantage. I'll do that instead because it's not exactly just a straight up component. It's not fully alchemical.
16.
So I think you can just sort of figure out that. I mean, this golem was built out of multiple different things. There was the sort of physical aspect of it, which was they built the shell, which was all of the metal and the wood and the composite components, and then they bound it together with magic. Part of that magic was probably just spells and enchantments and things, and part of it was sort of imbuing these gemstones with energy, and then it almost acts like a battery, I guess, in a way. It just sort of is the thing that keeps the thing moving forever. It's why all of these creatures are still around. Fred had multiple probably parts that did this, but this is the only remaining thing. It doesn't serve a great use anymore in that sense, but you can use this gem in a magical capacity. It is a magical item that you can have. This is what it does. If you look underneath the thing, it does something, and I can't remember what it was because I think I made this 3 weeks ago. So I'll let you.
Well,
I'll let you tell.
If I may, I think you would probably see Thrak, like he pulls out this little fold-out table and he's sitting sort of crisscross in front of it, and he's hunched over and he's shaving off bits of the rock and dropping it into these little vials and watching it bubble, and things are smoking, and he's put some tinder and built a little fire, and he's got like a, you know, fantasy Bunsen burner going or something like that, and he's doing all these alchemy things. I'm assuming that he's smacking away the little turtle hands that are trying to mess with his experiments. And he discovers that when you cast a spell of level 3 or lower, you may expend a charge of this item instead of expending a spell slot. The spell is cast at level 3. Yeah. Well, but first a spellcaster must use an action to consume a level 3 or higher spell slot to restore one expended charge. Okay. So it has one charge in it of a spell level 3 spell slot? Is that what it is? And you can refresh it with your own spell slot?
I think that's essentially what it says. The blue gem glows faintly when it has a charge. A spellcaster can use an action to consume a level 3 or higher spell slot to restore one expended charge. When you cast a spell of level 3 or lower, you may expend a charge of this item instead of expending a spell slot. Yeah. So you can just use that instead.
Okay. I think I would tell everyone...
Whoever is attuned to it, I guess.
Whoever's attuned to it. I would say that this gem can be quite useful in spell casting, and I would sort of explain what that means. I think that only one of us can make use of it. And then I would look at everyone except for Sia. Like, I'm ignoring him. He's probably, I don't know what he's doing. He's probably flossing in the corner or something.
Flossing? I'm just sitting in the corner watching what you're doing. I'm just waiting, really.
Right, so I look at Julian and Cirrus, and I explain this. Excitedly. I'm excited about it. A little bit. It's, like, his expression doesn't change a lot, but in your experience, that's pretty excited, Thrak. His eyebrows go up 2 millimeters.
So you think this would be useful for us?
Yes, quite useful, actually. I'm not sure which one of us would get the most benefit out of it.
Oh, certainly myself.
Perhaps built-in, yes, but does it bond to someone?
Yes,
Should we
only
shift
one
it?
of us would be able to
Right.
control it.
Sort of poking around at it, taking a look at it, seeing what if any of it makes sense to me, if I feel like I can get use out of it.
I trust your judgment, Thrak, on who it should go to.
I think it is wise to bolster our only healer.
I cast a strange look to Jildan. I would agree.
I look away
Especially-
somewhat dismissively.
Dismissively, okay. What's that look
Would
like?
that be all right with both of you?
Yes.
Only
course.
if you remember to actually heal.
Yes, I deserve that. I agree.
I almost felt indignant.
Not indignant, simply
Cutting.
truthful.
Right.
We had a
And-
discussion about none of us surviving if we don't work together.
Fair point.
Yes, you're right.
Whilst my compatriots are busy deciding who gets this new pet rock, I would be maybe peering over the edge of the now ropeless chasm beneath,
Yes.
just to paint where I am.
You can see quite far in the dark, right?
I can see everything. I can see
You
about
see
90 feet.
everything. Then yeah, you can see that this leads down to another chamber. There's some more mining equipment and stuff down there. It's about 30 foot down, but there is no ladder anymore.
Okay. Well, I'll wait until they catch up. Sitting, listening, waiting.
Yeah, Cirrus, while you're sitting there, you, I think, become aware of the fact that you've unlocked an element of additional Fey power from your Elven side. It's something. I think it would feel a little like somewhat earned by you and somewhat gifted by another element. Maybe Vorial, maybe the Quura mark, maybe something. Almost as if something was unlocking some potential in you. And is sort of opened up your senses and your abilities. You gained the Fey teleportation prerequisite, which allowed you to increase intelligence or charisma by 1. You gain access to sort of the ability to speak, read, and write Sylvan, and you learn the Misty Step spell, and you can cast it once without expending a spell slot per long short rest. So yeah, I don't know how you want to interpret that, but it is something you can do. You know, you do have that ability.
Yeah.
And that was what happened for people that are watching in the previous episode when the ice almost struck Cirrus and she teleported away. Yeah, and I think after a few hours, you guys are good to go. You sort of regathered your strength and taken a rest here, and you're able to progress in some way, however you choose to do that.
We all still have a bunch of rope on us, yes.
Everyone should have. Rope,
yeah.
How
I
much
haven't
full
used any of
damage would I
mine.
have to roll for 30 feet?
3d6, I think. I think it's a d6 per 10 feet up to terminal velocity of 20.
Okay. Well, in that case, I hand over some rope, or in fact, is there anywhere I can tie this rope I have? We all have these dungeoneering kits, and they all have a lot of rope on them. Yes.
So the rope ladder that was previously attached to these two sort of like well embedded metal poles. The poles remain, so you could tie it to that quite easily.
Okay. Well, all right. I tie some hempen rope. I only have 10 feet of it, so I'm going to just leave the end here with me. I mean, at the top part. And I'm just going to jump down.
Okay.
Just disappear into the darkness.
He's gone.
Yeah. Oh, shame. Goodbye.
In my stead, where I was, I've left 3 purple spiders. One right by the mouth of this hole. One that's midway down the jump, maybe like 10, 15 feet. And then one at the bottom where I am. These again are my dancing lights.
Okay, so it's lit up. You can see that this hole is about 30 feet deep. At the bottom, he isn't suddenly accosted by monsters or attacked by a creeping moss or anything like that. He's just there until he wanders off or looks up at you. But there's enough light that you'd be able to make your way down.
Okay. At any rate, I now wait for my party.
But I'm in no
Climbing, are
rush
we?
to go down there with him.
What was you saying, Cirrus?
Oh, just climbing, are we? Is that what we're doing now? Is that the way, Seer?
I imagine.
Are you up to moving, Cirrus?
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
And you? Thrak?
Yes, I'm fine to continue on. Yeah, so there's no... He didn't lower a rope, right? He just jumped down there.
No, I left a rope there for you, but I only had 10 feet. So you can climb 10 feet, then drop 20, or tie your rope to what I left.
That's quite the
Okay.
dexterity.
You only have 10 feet.
We all only have 10 feet, don't we?
I got 50 feet. A Dungeoneer's pack.
You should have 50 feet each. But you know what? Seer's was only 10 feet.
Okay.
It's not the
He
length of
sold
your
the
rope
other
that counts.
It's the opposite of overcompensating.
Yeah, I'll tie my rope to a stalagmite and securely, and then start climbing down. It's 50 feet. That's more than enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you do all of this without any checks. We sort of see you
Okay.
guys tie this stuff. You got time. You're not in like a crazy rush, and you make a decent knot, and then one by one, each of you climbs down and joins Sia. Sia, give me an investigation check since you were down here. Maybe you looked around.
Okay, investigation. Looking around, I roll a 19.
Nice. Yeah, once you get down into this chamber and they begin to make their way down, you maybe walk like 10 or 15 feet ahead and sort of enter into a larger chamber that there really is only one thing in here. It is sort of a large chamber that kind of dips downwards into a very long tunnel that dips out of sight into darkness. There is a very purpose-built looking large icy slide that seems to lead down into these tunnels. You can see that it's been iced over years, lots and lots of ice, but underneath it there is like clearly purpose-built sort of a stone slide underneath that has been layered with this ice. At the very top of the slide there are several large wooden toboggans, frosted and frozen over with ice. Then your party wander up behind you and join you in the chamber here, and you all see the same thing.
Fancy a sled ride?
Oh, it's been
Go.
years.
Because I'm that character, I cast Mage Hand and untied the rope from the stalagmite, and I still have my rope. Thank you.
What's the
Yes, all right.
What's the range of Mage Hand?
30 feet.
You can move 30 feet on my turn, so
I'm just being a dick. Sorry.
I can cast it 30 feet away, and then it can move 30 feet. Oh, it vanishes if it's more than 30 feet away from me. Yeah, so that's fine, Myre.
I'm curious.
It works still.
Just curious.
Okay. Well, I did it, and I still have my rope, and your 10-foot rope is just left up there. It was useless.
You're welcome.
Right, so we've got frozen over sleds.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think we should make haste.
Yes, I think it's
Um,
far past time we had a bit of fun, don't you?
Start trying to chip away at some of the ice on one of the sleds.
Yeah, to break a sled free, I'll need athletics checks or something creative, like breaking.
I would like
away
to
the
use
ice.
primal savagery. I'd lengthen the claws on my hands and
Start slashing away at the ice.
That's good enough. Yeah, you managed to get one free.
nice.
I'll just use acrobatics and kick one free, I guess, with a 19.
I'll allow it.
I would like to melt one free with firebolt.
Okay. Sets fire to the toboggan. It's no longer usable. I'm
That's
kidding.
what I expected.
No, it's fine. Yeah,
Really
yeah.
kidding.
No, I mean, even if I was going to be a dick about it, because firebolt does set fire to wooden things, right? It would be like, melted with freezing water. It wouldn't just immediately ignite and burn a wet toboggan. I mean, that's a new company name, isn't it? Wet Toboggan.
Wet toboggan.
Wet toboggan.
Wet toboggan.
Okay, and Cirrus, what do you do to get your toboggan free?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my sword. I pull out my sword and I just kind of like wrench it underneath and try to hack away.
Yeah,
With
okay.
athletics.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
do that, yeah. Yeah, none of you needed to make me checks. It was just a strength check if you wanted to just break it free, or do something creative, which you all did. Yeah, each of you has a toboggan, and yeah, a pretty clear slide in front of you that seems to be, relatively obstacle free.
I volunteer Seer goes first. Off you go.
Who's
Start
going
setting up
first?
Seer's
Yeah, pushes in.
toboggan on the edge.
I'm already on it, and I'm just going. If she's pushing
I
it,
give him a
then
push. I absolutely am pushing you down the slope.
arms out wide, and away I go. I guess.
Anyway, guys. Okay. There are 2 checks you need to make me. The first is a perception check to see if you can spot any upcoming obstacles, like, branches or stones or various hazards that are on the course. And 11 just about makes it. To avoid these obstacles, as you just vanish as far as the other 3 are concerned, sliding down this very icy slide and into the tunnels, is an acrobatics check.
25.
Yeah. Describe to me how you very graciously get this toboggan from the top of this slide down through a set of winding tunnels for like, and you probably go for like a minute or 2 at quite a decent speed. We're talking Olympics level skill here from Sia.
Well, I mean, I'm just standing on the toboggan as it goes down this slope like the Jesus in Rio, you know, just like because I have this, drow sight, I can see in the darkness. I can see whatever dangling obstacles, bits of loose wood and stuff coming my way. And with my arm still outstretched, I kind of just start walking and turning around and basically using these things as high-speed dance partners as I kind of squish past all these obstacles.
Yeah, 100%. So Seer is gone and he slides off down into the tunnels. Who's going next?
I think I would turn to Jordan and say, do you think you just killed him?
We can only hope. Maybe I'll go down next and see.
And I'll hop into my toboggan and go down. I'll actually hunker down in my shell though, so it's kind of like the shell and then the toboggan, it's just a little head, hands poking out.
Yeah. Okay, make me a perception check first. 19. You're able to see the upcoming obstacles, which doesn't give you disadvantage on this next check. Make me an acrobatics check to avoid any obstacles that might be in the way.
15.
Wow. I think it might be the first dex-based thing you've absolutely smashed.
Yeah. -2.
Yeah, we see this like absolutely gigantic shell thing on top of a wooden toboggan. Just slide off.
What's actually happening is it's like a sort of almost circular thing at this point, and it's just kind of like across all the walls, like 360.
The red shell from Mario.
SSX tricky sound effects playing as you collect every bizarre coin, the ones that go like up on the walls and stuff. And she goes. Away she goes. Who's next?
Well, Thrak, if you fall and break your leg, I can come up behind you and heal it.
Okay, I'll go next. And I sort of calmly set my staff, in front of me, and I've got my book tucked away on my belt, and all right. And then I'll take my staff and like push off down into this insane idea.
Yeah, give me a perception check. 17.
That's a 13.
Oh, it's a 13. That's still enough.
Yeah.
You're able to see any obstacles. Give me a acrobatics check.
I'm so excited about this.
A 0.
That's as low as I can go there.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
Roll
dead.
me. First of all, roll me a d6.
Okay. Can I? I think I've got an idea of maybe what happened, but unless you want, I got a 1.
A 1. Okay. You only take 1 bludgeoning damage during this, so you tell me what happens and how at the end of it you come.
I
out
know
with
exactly
1.
what happens.
Yeah.
I see like a stump or something sticking out, and I'm like, oh, all right. So I push off the side with my staff to like move out of the way, but it gets caught on the stump and it thwacks me in the face.
I would say it thracks you in the face.
It thwacked me right in the face.
Bloody thracked him.
Gildan's not careful, she's gonna get thwacked.
God, I've been waiting so long.
All right. Cirrus, you're the last one
Yeah.
to make the descent.
I daintily get upon this toboggan, and then with a hitched breath and some fear, I push myself down to
All
the
right.
thing.
Give me the perception check first, please.
15.
15. Okay, make me an acrobatics check.
Oh boy. 8.
It's a fail. Roll me a d6.
Okay. 6.
Wow. You're going to take 6 bludgeoning damage. You want to explain to me what happens? At the bottom of this slide, like it goes through all these tunnels. It's really fast as you guys are whizzing past all of these varying tunnels and all these offshoots and things. the thing just kind of levels out very slowly towards the bottom. You notice once the first three of you arrive, that there's clearly like toboggans that have been discarded down here, a few broken ones, a bunch of mining equipment, a bunch of sort of like old looking mining paraphernalia, it's all sitting at the bottom of this thing as if this was sort of used as a trash chute in a way. The three of you are waiting at the bottom, I think, when Cirrus slides down. What is happening to Cirrus during this journey?
I think I was so tense that I pulled an excellent toboggan performance style by staying so still that I gained so much speed that I actually fly into the trash at the bottom and get bludgeoned there. I just speed past them.
Yeah, you sort of see us launch past, come to sort of a crash at the end, and the four of you are now sitting at the bottom of this icy toboggan slide, and dead ahead of you, this is just a very large kind of round circular tunnel, really, that seems to have been excavated out. But dead ahead of you is daylight. There is a singular large exit from the Bluestone Mines.
Wow. Everyone okay? Thrak?
Yes, I'm just fine. It went quite well. I have a I don't know, a dark green mark on my face.
Yeah.
Just like right across my forehead.
Okay.
Clearly, it didn't go great.
So you're still here. Well, we all made it.
Yes.
Indeed. Alive. That was fun.
That was wonderful. I haven't felt so excited since... Well, it's probably not mentioned.
You
Not mentioned.
slid much in your youth, did you?
Slipping and sliding was quite a pastime of mine, yes.
Just did it on a shell.
Yeah, like a Mario thing.
An easy way to get around if you know what you're doing.
To be sure. Anyway, I think I just awkwardly shuffle away from her. In fact, she would have been one of the first people to come down, right?
I came down straight after you.
I think if there's a moment of silence before the other two show up, I think I would say, thank you, by the way, I owe you one. Then walk away. And wait by the mouth of the cave. Kind of still where it, before the light shafts come in, but like, you know, just in the darkness because it's nice and comfy in here.
I just look at him oddly for a moment and then
I
look
pretend
away
I
and
didn't say
not
anything
acknowledge
to her
him.
and ignore her. Yep, thank you. Yep, that's
Continue
awkward.
ignoring him.
Mm.
Shall we?
Yes, we should continue on as quickly as possible.
You know what has been nice in here? No bitterly cold winds ruining my skin. And now we're gonna have to go back out there, aren't we?
Too late to ruin your skin. You're more tan than Thrak's coat.
I'll tell you, this has been carefully cultivated over years of hard work in the sun. Not that you'd know anything
Quite
about
the
that.
patina. True. And I kind of look at the light again and sigh.
Yes. And light and cold and wind there is. You sort of group up and exit the cavern, and the blinding light of the day reflected off of the snow might sting your eyes at first after being in the caves for quite some time. And before you is a quiet landscape. There is a few hills interspersed with trees, dead trees, and really nothing but snow sitting on the ground as far as the eye can see. It is cold here, but it is not as cold as you might be expecting. You're not suddenly sort of accosted by a deathly, exhausting cold, because you are no longer in Umo. You are in Selvae, the land of the giants, which is the kingdom below Umo, where Moon is. Let's have a group survival check, where all of you roll me a survival check and we add it together. You've got to beat a DC of 40. You've almost already done it.
23, baby.
You smashed it.
55.
55.
Absolutely smashed it. I'm tempted to have natural ones take away from the overall total because of how horrific that would be. But that's just getting too advanced now, isn't it? Yeah, I think together as a group, you take a few minutes to sort of gather your surroundings, figure out what's going on where you are, ensure that you aren't about to be suddenly sort of attacked by any sort of undead or anything else that might be roaming out here. And you recognize that you're south of Uma, significantly so. Based on the position of the sun overhead, you're likely southeast of the mountain range that leads out of Uma. And according to Thor's map that you have, you need only head east from here to stay on course. Which brings me to my next trick. Maneuvering across a Selvae is basically a board game.
Oh, I like those.
This is Selvae. You are represented by the token in the top left here, and the where you're trying to get to is the little checkered flag finish line. There are some things of note on the map there that I will allow you to figure out if you decide to go to them. There is some rules here. You are now basically going to take on just a country's worth of traveling by foot as you head east. You're sort of attempting to get through Selvae to Condor Reach, which is the next kingdom over, and make it to the Wendigo Peaks, which you were told you can travel through the mountain and get to the forest that you're headed to. The way that this little mini game works is that you're going to make group survival checks. With a success, you move to the hex that you want to, within 1 hex of where you are. And on a failure, you become a little lost and you move in a random direction. So you'll roll a d6 and move into one of the surrounding hexes. Every 2 spaces, you roll a d6 and there's a chance for an encounter of some sort. Those are kind of randomized depending on the square that you're on or the hex that you're on. There is also, behind you, a thing known as the zombie horde.
Oh, good.
Okay.
The horde is chasing you, and rolls on its own turn to see if it can catch up to you. If it does, you have to fight the horde and escape. Resting here, after every 2 turns, you can take a short rest, or after every 4 turns, you can take a long rest, but you can only take one or the other. So that'll just be up to you, basically, as and when that comes up. That's kind of it, really. That's the rules. It's nice and simple. Which sounded suspicious. There's other stuff, but you don't need to know about it. So let's begin your travel across the Giantlands. Everyone roll me a survival check. We'll put that there just so it breaks up. You've got to be a 48 every time.
Okay, we got a
30,
50.
36.
40, 50.
Yeah, we're good.
You beat
You're gonna do
48.
your nat one
Yes.
thing.
Yeah, I've changed my mind. Taken 8 off of it. No, should have done, huh? Okay, you can move. You can choose to move to whichever hex you want. You should be able to move your own token there as well. Entirely up to you guys
Okay.
to decide. Okay, it's been decided. Someone did it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
For roll.
All right.
No, I thought someone was gonna sort of say that they were doing it, but someone just did it without.
Right.
You know,
I don't think we know who that was. I mean,
Yeah, we know who it was.
yeah, it was
Not
me.
me.
Okay, roll me another set of survival checks then.
okay.
Oh, nice average survival checks. 13, 14, 15, 16.
Ah,
Yeah. Smashed it.
yeah, but you screwed it up because you had to go in order, so it had to be like, you know, you needed to roll a 12 or a 16.
I'm so sorry I failed you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can roll. You can move whichever direction you want to move. Whoever is the one with their hand firmly gripped on the token. Audio listeners, this sucks to be you again. I'm sorry. Audio only listeners, but they're essentially moving on a hex board, and they have a token, and they're moving across a sort of a map of Selvae.
Well, I think we should just decide who's leading us, and then they should just be the one moving the token. So who reckons they would be in front? Like, all right, let's go. I might.
I
do it.
just thought you
Ask
were going to
Thrak as
discuss
he's
it.
at the front.
But, you know, you don't have to.
I think I would do it unless Cirrus like took control.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm okay. I would let you.
Okay.
I will be backseat driving. We should have gone that way. Why didn't you go this way? See, there's shelter every day. You should have gone that way.
Do you
I
see
think
this?
all the while I just follow about 10 feet behind. Not too far behind, but just watching and judging, but not ever helping.
Okay, so here, let's have a group set of perception checks for me, please.
Okay. Terrible roll. 31. 53.
53. Yes, you find as you're moving through this kind of area, there is remnants of some sort of ancient civilization. Every so often you'll find these kind of very large structures, ancient stone monoliths, really. Not necessarily houses or anything like that, but just kind of clearly man-made things, but very rudimentary. Think Stonehenge looking stuff. These just large kind of vaguely carved stone monoliths. On one of these monoliths, you're able to get close enough. You can see that there is imagery and that there is wording on it. Does anyone speak Giantish?
I do. I do.
You do.
Yes.
Then you can read some of the things that are written here. There are symbols that seem to suggest different directions that you can go. One direction seems to just sort of head north, and the Giantish word for I guess it would be bird is written on this thing rather than anything specific. There is the word Sturker that points sort of to your north, which means powerful. And then there is a sort of set of flames, basically, that are pointing south from here, giving you an idea of what the sort of like landscape of Selve is shaping up to be for the giants that lived here once upon a time.
Okay. Yeah, I report this back to everyone. So, you see on the map here, there's some symbols. Do we want to explore any of these places? Or do we just want to stay on the path where we're going?
I don't want to be that guy who points out the roving horde of flesh-eating lizardmen behind us, but yeah, sounds good to me.
Are we aware that there are flesh-eating lizardmen behind us at this point?
You are. After a few days of travel, you become aware of the fact that there are an insane amount of undead that have been that were presumably heading in the direction of Moon, that are just passing through this area. And I think after the first night of travel here, you probably slid out of their perceptive range and moved quickly enough to get out of their way. But it does seem like they're somewhat tracking you. They're undead, so they are a zombie horde that are very slowly moving. But yes, there is certainly a horde somewhere behind you. Speaking of which, let's find out how far. Who wants to be the zombie horde for me? I'd recommend whoever your worst roller is. That's right, it's Leah. Roll me.
Have a do an agility roll or dexterity-based roll, please.
No. Yeah, roll me a D2, Leah.
Oh. 1.
They only move one space.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh, wow, okay.
That's how fast they're able to move up. Okay.
Nice.
Also, the rules of the zombies is they take the shortest possible route between the horde and you guys. So, it'll be fun. Okay. Yes. Ooh. So it's not necessarily up to you which direction you're headed, but you do have ideas of which way to go. Let's have another set of group survival checks. Your DC is still 48.
Nat 26.
57, I think.
It's more than 48.
Okay. Yeah, you can move to whichever space you desire.
You said there's fire down south.
Yeah.
That's right.
That sounds very pleasant. I think we should go down there.
What kind of fire? Go on.
If Thrak tries to go anywhere other than south, it would be constant nudging him in the other direction so he goes where I want him to go.
Contested.
I did go south.
Yeah, you move into a very hilly, mountainous range here. It becomes a little more difficult to maneuver through this area. Everything here is well, I guess it's just difficult. It's difficult to move through the area, which affects some of the mechanics here. So when you're on the sort of open plains, things are a lot easier. When you're in the kind of hilly areas, it's a little more difficult. And when you're on just straight up mountain range areas of this map, it becomes significantly more difficult. As demonstrated by the fact that the next set of survival checks, you have to beat a 56.
56.
Ooh.
Okay. I got an 8. Good luck, everyone.
You got an 18.
Oh.
Oh.
20, 40, 58. Yeah, we crushed it. 66 we got.
66.
Yeah, you can move into any direction you'd like.
Oh, we'll go straight south again.
And then we'll do another set of perception checks, please.
I'm so scared. I'm rolling so well.
77. Well, you had to beat 20. The further south you move, the more the land becomes sort of cracked and broken. There are these huge crevices that sort of lead down into an endless dark abyss that you're having to maneuver around. It's a bizarre sensation because the area is pretty much the same in terms of just being kind of hilly, mountainous, with lots of snow covering everything. And then suddenly, as you're walking through this snow, because of the perception of the white on, white foreground, white background, there will just be an absolutely enormous drop off into a huge abyss, and you sort of have to find yourself moving around things. However, as you are moving south, you notice eventually that there is a column of light that is red that is rising up from one of the cracks in the far distance. You are now able to see basically that on the map there is a red hex. You can see that in the distance for you guys there is this huge column of red light. It's a very bizarre thing to witness, by the way. It's like having a one of those searchlights kind of up in the sky. Okay, now let's have Leah roll a d2 for the horde.
Yay! 2.
Oh, come on.
1,
I'm so sorry.
2. The horde moves ever closer as you maneuver here. So now I need you to roll me a d6. Who wants to be in charge of encounters?
I shall take the blame. 1.
Wow.
Like, you sounded just like Gordon Ramsay.
Wow. Beautiful.
Wow.
Delicious. You found 1 locally sourced, dangerous encounter. Please roll me a d4.
2.
A 2. Oh, lucky for you. Running away from a zombie swarm, you find yourselves running into a zombie swarm.
Oh, okay. Good.
Hey, do we get turned around?
No, there's just zombies running everywhere.
We're walking south. We've been walking south the whole time.
I don't
Maybe if
trust
you
you.
stopped smacking me with your damn staff every 5 minutes, I could concentrate.
But maybe if you shielded me more from the snow, I wouldn't have to smack you with the staff.
Do we really have time for your bickering, both of you?
There's always time.
No, and I cast Fireball at the zombie horde.
Well, let's see if you do that. First of all, I need a d6 from Myre. This is to determine
Rolling.
if any side is surprised. Yes.
I rolled a 2.
That's not a zombie horde. What is that? That's an
swarm
insect.
Swarm of insects.
What we want is a swarm of zombies. You rolled a 2, which means you're all surprised.
Ugh, no.
Excellent.
Leah's rolling for the horde, though. You can roll to see if they are also surprised.
2.
D6, sorry.
Oh, D6. Yeah. 3.
3. They're not. Okay, you should be able to drag your tokens onto the map in the area where there is the dark square.
I guess. I
I've
would
forgotten how to do that.
Go to where the list of like your character sheet is, and just drag your.
Thank you.
There they are.
Excellent. Okay.
Now this is 2 zombie lizard folk and 2 zombie swarms. The nature of swarms is slightly different. Remember, they have treat this as like a horde of zombies. There's a bunch of them in there, and you have to. They can occupy your space. They can overrun you, and they can. When you do enough damage to them and they reach half of their HP, the attacks that they're able to do less damage because there's less of them. So essentially every time you hit this zombie swarm, you're just cutting down a bunch of them. but not necessarily like killing them outright constantly, right? That's how swarms work in the game.
How is the weather?
Snowing.
Just regular snow.
Regular snow. Light snow, actually. It's not too bad. I think it's quite clear. Okay, sorry. I didn't set one thing up. All right, roll initiative, please.
13.
13.
I'm never gonna get my thing done.
That was exactly what I wanted.
Okay, you are surprised. So, Cirrus, you're surprised. Which, which means, unfortunately, the little lizard folk go first. And I think the first thing that will happen here is that this one is going to rush up behind you and attempt to attack you. Again, these creatures are lizard folk. They're like lizard people, which is not something that I think any of you have ever encountered before. It's bizarre to witness because they do have on like rags and clothing that looks like it's kind of old, and some of them are carrying weapons and holding onto them. They're kind of moving and shuffling with somewhat purpose, and they're also kind of just snapping their teeth and jaws. Clearly undead, but there is no such thing as lizard folk, so it's bizarre to witness. Okay, here we go. This one is going to try and hit you with a heavy club, Cirrus, and then bite you. That is a natural 20 on my first attack, and then a 17.
17 makes or breaks it. My armor class. My AC is 17. So.
All right.
And 20 obviously hits.
Yep. The first attack, you sort of stumble into this area, and suddenly, before you know it, you've drawn the attention of lots of these zombie lizard folk. One of them rushes up behind you, strikes you, bites at you, and deals 11 bludgeoning damage and 6 piercing damage. Jildan, you are surprised. Oh no, there's another lizard folk here. You know what? He's going to attack Sia. And this one's going to try and bite and claw at you, Sia, on a 19 and then another natural 20.
I suppose it does that.
Okay, 5 piercing and 5 slashing damage. Jildan, you're surprised. Sia, you're surprised. And then in moves the swarm here. One will move into there. Can you move that fast? Can you go over here? Yes. And one will move over to here. Where... Thrak, you're in between like 4 different squares, by the way.
Am I? I don't know how I did that. I guess there.
Okay. Alright, let's have the first attack against Thrak from the swarm on your left, and I'll give them colours in a second. Wow, another natural 20 from me.
Okay, you're gonna kill us all. Calm down.
Wow. Yeah. You're going to take 16 plus 13 bludgeoning damage. And then the next attack here against Sia again. A 12. Will probably miss. Guessing. Sia?
Yes, 12 misses.
Okay. Thrak is surprised, bringing us round to the top of the round. Cirrus, it is your turn.
Give me a second. Okay, first I'm going to do Mass Healing Word on everyone. That's my preemptive bonus action. Oh, great. So not very much, but I'll take it. 5 to everyone.
Just as a side note, the dark mark that was obviously from the staff when we were going toboggan sledding that hit me in the face, it has disappeared.
Oh. Huh.
Thank you.
Interesting. Okay, and
I know
then...
you'd like that.
Yeah. Question.
Every hex you travel is a non-mechanical day, by the way. Yeah. But because of the nature of the mini game, you're not taking
No
rests in the
resting.
same way. So,
Gotcha. Yeah.
but in terms of out of character, it's been a few days. Yes.
Okay.
no worries.
And then my main action is Channel Divinity Turn Undead. So each undead that can see or hear me within 30 feet must make a Wisdom saving throw. If it fails its throw, because I am over 5th level, I have Destroy Undead, which means that it is destroyed instantly if it fails.
Okay, yeah. Is there a CR thing on that, by the way?
CR 1, 2.
Okay.
So I'll pop that so that you can actually see it.
Starting at 5th level when in undead of CR a half or lower. Yeah, it's not 1/2.
sorry.
There's an 8.
Okay,
a quarter,
well,
and
I'm
a
glad I
half.
popped it.
Yeah. Or lower fails its saving throw against your turn undead, the creature is instantly destroyed. And so the other one is
If it fails, it's turned for
Just
1 minute
anything,
or until it
okay.
takes damage,
Right.
and it has to run away.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Huge spell. Huge.
Huge, massive. Grande.
Almost like clerics are good against undead.
yeah, no. 4 clerics in this campaign, I would have had to rewrite the entire thing, by the way. I was hyper aware
Two
of it.
clerics,
when
2
you guys-
paladins would have been alright though.
It would have been just, I would literally have just rewritten the entire thing, I think. All right, let's see. Let's roll some things here. Okay, so turned is not frightened, is it? It's just turned. Okay, so it's wisdom save. All right, 1 wisdom save. Purple guy at the bottom. A 15. What am I beating? Trying to beat?
Actually, good question. What is it? What am I trying to be? We've done this before and I've
It's going to
forgotten.
be your spell DC.
My
I
spell
think, right?
DC?
Yep.
Okay,
yeah,
it's
It's in
15.
the middle of them. Yeah.
Makes breaks.
It's 15. Makes breaks.
Okay. All right. So that one does make it. Yeah. Okay. And then this one, a 19 makes it as well.
Oof. Okay.
Now for some
Oh,
reason
it would hit all 4 of them, by the way, just because it's every.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
They're 2 different sheets,
Sorry.
so I have to click to the other one.
Got it. So.
But the other one, it does have a condition immunity of being frightened. I'm assuming because it's a swarm. You'd think I made this, but I didn't.
Wow.
So turn undead makes them frightened, right? That's the thing it inflicts.
I actually don't know. It just says
That's what I'm trying to figure out as well.
if it fails, it is just it's
turned.
turned.
It's turn. Turn
Up.
undead.
Yeah. Rules as written, it's just turned.
They
But
just turned. Okay, yeah, cool. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. But yeah, it looks like turn undead doesn't inflict frightened. They're just turned, which is quite good. All right. Okay, so yeah, they do make the save. Let's go. 1 fail. 2.
Fail.
That was blue. This is red. Okay, so the swarms are turned. Turn.
And if they fail, then that. Oh yeah, no, because I don't know what CR they are, so I should not.
Yeah, they're not a CR half. They're higher than that, so they won't just be exploded.
Okay.
But they are sort of feared here, so. Feared the
Nice.
Walking Dead. All right. Okay.
That's very relevant.
Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn. Yeah.
Right. Now, these little guys were not turned, so they're still going to continue to attack you. Heavy club and a bite for Cirrus. 2 misses there. And
Yeah.
then a bite and a claws for Sia on a 17 and a 23.
they both hit.
Okay, you take an additional 8 slashing damage, and then it is Jilden's turn as these things are sort of slashing and biting and snapping at you guys.
Okay. So these swarms have not moved away.
Uh,
Do they have to go? Do they have to move away from you, or do they
On
just?
their turn.
the swarms
On their
haven't had
turn.
their turn yet, yeah.
I'm so sorry. I hate this about me, but someone got hit for 29 points of damage earlier in the last turn, and clearly they haven't taken that damage, so
Okay.
Oh, what?
I don't know who got hit with that, but
I think that was Cirrus.
Was it?
was it
sorry.
Cirrus or was it
Was it me?
Sia that got hit by that massive crit with the slam?
That was not me.
It was you,
Yeah.
Crack.
Oh.
It was me?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I fully thought that was.
It was
someone
that
else.
was so confusing to me because I was like, well, he can't be talking about the one and only
The one that hit
bit of
him.
damage. that
Thing that hit it.
hit him. I was like, someone else take loads of damage. Is my memory that bad now? I can't remember literally less than a minute ago now.
29 on the wizard. Excellent. Well, thank you.
Oh, but you got
Think
plus
they're
5
honest,
from the healing, the mass healing word that I gave. So if you didn't do that, did you do that?
Yeah, it's more
I'll
than
back
the
up
boob on
5.
your head that got healed. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you
Fine.
can add plus 4 more, I guess.
Jilden, it's your turn now.
Yes, yes, it is. I hate the way that all of my teammates are positioned just so. God damn it.
Okay, I reach my staff up to the sky and swirl it once, and the clouds start forming to an incredibly localized storm that all centers down on one point in this swarm here, the blue swarm, right on that point. And with that, a bolt of lightning flashes down and chefs up snow everywhere. They need to make a dex save.
The Dex save.
Just so you know, if they take damage, they are no longer turned, so they'll stay with us and won't run away.
I'll let you undo this, but you'll never get to undo it ever
Okay,
again.
alright. Does it say that in the tool though?
I mean, if you do a
Yeah,
crazy
duh.
cool amount of damage, then I mean, here's the thing: we have to fight them eventually. Probably, it's just a matter of giving us extra time to take out the little ones before we have to take on the big ones. It's kind of
Before
So
they
both the
heal.
big
there,
ones
so-
got turned.
Yes.
Okay. In that case, then I will place the lightning right here on the other side of this singular lizard.
Okay.
Yes, so the dexterity
Dex
saving
save.
throw.
A 9.
That is a fail. It will take 3d10 lightning damage. 22 lightning damage.
Wow. How do you kill it?
The lightning, it's like it knows what it's looking for, and in fact, no, yeah, I think it just immediately comes down and fries it from top to bottom, leaves it as a smudge on the ground.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else on your turn?
No, I simply observe.
Okay. See ya.
Very well. I see the red zombie swarm has been befuddled, so I'm going to attack the one to my north, the yellow zombie lizard folk with my quarterstaff. I bring it out and swing for a 20 to hit
That hits.
for 6 points of bludgeoning damage with my magical weapon. I then swing again with my extra attack. 20 to hit
That hits.
for 12 points more of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, it's still standing.
I then
As your fist
open my
bursts
6 forehead
through its
eyes
undead chest.
and burn a key point and then attack unarmed for a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
10 points of bludgeoning damage.
You kill this one.
All right. Then I am going
Its head
to
rolls off into the sand. I mean, the snow.
Right. I have one more attack, but I'm not sure if I want to attack this. I attack the giant zombie swarm with a punch. Unarmed punch. 15 to hit.
15 hits.
For 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
6 points of bludgeoning damage. Okay.
The zombie swarm. Now, I would like to do something to the swarm if possible.
Okay.
I would like to burn yet another key point in order to utilize an open hand technique.
Okay.
I am going to require it now to make a dexterity saving throw or be knocked prone. As I basically strike with one palm open, and as I do, there's a ripple of air, and it's almost as if like there's a shock wave coming from my hand that makes the soil around me shake, and now they must succeed.
Which they
For
do.
90,
I think
they
I'll
succeed.
give you this though. They can't be knocked prone, so
Very well.
even if he'd failed,
Okay.
or they had failed, it's a swarm.
That is
Maybe
my
you
turn.
do knock one of them prone. You know what I mean? But it's just a,
Mm,
mechanically no.
makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Who's is that the end of your turn?
Correct, yes.
All right. This first swarm is going to spend its turn trying to get away from you, right? That's what it's got to do. So it's going to go all the way down there. You do get opportunity attacks if you want to, but it will break them out of the turn.
No, I'm good.
Okay, second zombie swarm here will attempt to, I guess Seer is touching one of them, so it's going to attack you. On a 24.
Hits.
Right,
the
so you do
second one also
19
not current?
bludgeoning.
You damaged
Seer
him?
hit it. Yeah.
Oh, got it.
Seer unturned it.
Sorry.
19 to
Okay.
hit. Okay.
Yeah, so you take 19 bludgeoning damage as these guys just kind of swarm over him. And you know what? I think that's exactly what they do. They're going to swarm over you. They're now like this.
Okay.
He just vanishes into the horde.
Are they difficult terrain when it's like this?
I don't
Because they're
know.
in my space, or can I just not leave it?
I don't think it really does anything.
Okay.
Other than the fact that they are occupying the same space as you. I don't think it does. It sort of inflict anything else. Okay, Thrak, it's your turn.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'll do a little firebolt on them. Yeah, so just a little firebolt comes out of the top of my staff and shoot it over at them, which is 17.
17 hits.
I'll do 4 points of fire damage. This is a great roll.
Alright, yeah, anything else?
I take a step back in horror as I see these zombie lizard folk surrounds here.
Okay. Cirrus, your turn.
Yeah. Okay. We're handling the swarm as like a single enemy, right? So it's fine if I were to do inflict wounds, for example.
Correct.
They would all take it. Got it. Okay, cool. I am going to rush forward. And I'm going to cast inflict wounds on them. Let's do a roll. Oh,
That's a 9 to hit.
yeah.
It hits.
Oh. Wait. So then it does. Sorry.
You click on the, so
Yes, 21
yeah.
necrotic.
21 necrotic damage.
Yes.
Yeah, I think as you do this spell, you recognize that necrotic energy does
Yeah.
not work as effectively on undead creatures. So
Yeah,
it does.
thought of
It
that.
has resistance to necrotic damage. So it does only half
Okay.
damage, but it does take
Okay.
the 10.
Okay. And then I am going to once again cast Mass Healing Word for 5 points of healing for everyone.
Okay. Jildan, it's your turn.
I call another bolt of lightning from the sky. It lands right next to the swarm, and Seer, in fact, might even sense it coming past his leg, but not quite touching him, but it's very close. That's another dex save.
A 6.
It's a fail. 17 lightning damage.
Watch it, will you?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just thought I'd try and help you with the swarm of zombie lizards chomping at your legs.
There are less than half the swarm left.
And then I throw a healing word. If anybody would be looking, you'd see me consider Seer and then look to Cirrus and give it to her instead as a bonus action. A 6 healing for you.
Oh, thank you.
All right, Sia, your turn. They're all around you.
All right, things are getting serious, I say, as I swing my staff 360 for 10 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. Still, yeah. I think like it's what's that guy called that has the bow staff in Walking Dead? Morgan. You're doing that thing where you're stabbing him through the head, and then you hit another one, and you just flip one up and crush it.
Okay.
And you killed like 10 of them. You know what I mean?
Okay. For flavor, I'm gonna knock them back 5 feet, just so that they're no longer in me. And I see for flavor that's a thing I have with my crusher feet.
All right. Yeah. Maybe reword that next time though.
All right. For flavor with my crusher feet, I move them backwards. 17 to hit.
17 hits.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Kill 5 more of them.
All right. And then I'm going to walk inside them and attack them with my unarmed attack. Flurry of blows, 23 to hit.
That hits.
9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep. Kill 9 more.
Okay. And 18 to hit.
Yeah.
For another 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Kill 10 more. There's 7 left.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. Not quite. Might regret that.
I just hope they
Turn
don't do
over.
more than 7 damage.
Let's see if they can get you. See ya. 25 to hit.
Oh.
25 does hit.
No.
6 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
Luckily, they have less
Single hit
than
point.
half HP, so they don't roll an extra d6, which is, I think, reduces you to 1 HP, but you are still alive. The
Actually, I
other
was at
one
17, not
continues to
6.
run away from you. They're going to be all the way over here right now. Okay. And it is Thrax's turn.
Yeah, I'll just cast another fireball at the swarm there. That's the last half dozen or so zombie lizards.
Yeah.
Fire bolt, to be clear, for those listening. It's a bolt, it's not a ball. 24.
24 hits.
10 fire damage.
Yeah, it bursts through the final 5 of them. Now, this final group are going to exit the map if you'd like to also end the combat.
Yeah, sounds good.
XP.
Yeah.
I'm back.
The XP.
Victory song. It's a victory.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, you see this horde kind of head away, but it isn't as if they aren't going to come back. So I think we see you as a group maneuver yourselves back around one of these crevasses and continue on your journey as we bring you back up to the
Do we do? Are we doing a short? Should we do a short rest? Or I can also heal you guys.
Well,
it's
there
up to you.
is, like, you know, the small matter of the actual swarm only just 1 turn away from us, potentially.
Oh, mechanically, if we do a short rest here, can we not do a long rest in 2 turns?
That's correct.
Correct. So when you take a rest, that's when the rest counters begin. So you can take a long rest now. and then
Oh, we can take a long rest.
you can take a long rest now. Yeah, you've traveled far enough. And then after 2 turns, you can take another short rest, or after 4 turns, you can take a long rest. But if you were to take 2 turns, then take a short rest, that resets it, and you have to get all the way back up to 4 for the long rest.
Because we've only taken 2 turns so far.
Oh, you
Or
have?
are you saying that
2, 3,
each
you're taking
movement?
No, you're
is a
right. You have
turn?
only taken 2 turns. Sorry, I thought we were on turn 4. No, thank you. You're correct. Yes, you can take a short rest. You're
Come
correct.
on, please clip that and send it to my personal private DMs.
I'm very tired. I'm sorry. I'm genuinely impressed that I'm forming
Right, call me Ron.
sentences of any kind.
Well, that's been true since I've met you, so
I know, but
I'm not surprised.
I haven't even begun to tell you the day I've had today. I didn't even have the mental energy in the pre-call to bring it up. I was like, I'm just gonna DM. So yeah, you can take a short rest now. That's correct. Yeah, if you'd like. It doesn't cost you like time or anything. You can just do
okay.
it.
Yeah, I would say no to that, just so that we can take a long rest in 2 turns if we need to.
Okay.
Orcish is now in charge of counting how many turns it's been.
Well,
will do
I mean, for table talk's sake, I
Table talk.
only get my I only get my spell slots back when we do long rest. So
Yeah, same here.
It's kind
and
of like
same with the druid. It's really only Myre that fully benefits from short rests.
Okay. Okay, in that case, I am going to cure wounds on Thrak.
Oh, I'll be fine. Well, okay, I'll take it.
And definitely cure wounds on Seer.
Hey, Brad,
Yes.
I have a question.
Yep.
There's a spell I can cast. It takes me a minute to magically create a healing elixir.
Mm-hmm.
Was that something I'd be able to do here? It does take a spell slot.
If it takes a spell
Would I
slot,
be
then
able-
yeah, 100%.
Okay. So I will do one of those.
Okay.
I'm not going to use it. I just have it with me, ready to go.
Yeah.
So you did. What is all this?
10 for Thrak, 7 for Seer.
Okay.
It's like not so much, unfortunately.
It's okay. I'll live, hopefully.
All right. You just chilled in doing anything?
No, just relaxing.
Okay. And
I'm
we're ready to
perfectly
go.
fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you finished your rest, wait, you're not doing a rest?
No,
you
we
are.
didn't rest.
You're not doing a rest. Okay. In that case, we are back at the top. Did the zombies move?
Oh,
No.
I would like to.
Yes, they have. We just ran into some zombies, so it's our turn to move again.
Correct. And what are you doing? No?
We have to do survival checks, I think, unless Myre. Oh,
Myre
sorry.
said he was going to do something.
Just as we are going through this day, I think that I'm going to close my eyes, and as I do, the ones on my forehead open up and wider than normal, like almost they kind of seem to almost have like capillaries and stuff visible. And I'm going to take a breath of the chill air in and breathe out slowly. You kind of see that purple key that kind of surrounds me sometimes kind of go inside, and then as I breathe, it kind of emanates from me. You see some of the wounds that I took in that last battle start to seal up as I do, as I use a wholeness of body, which is a monk's skill I can use once every long rest. I'll now heal for 3 times my level, which is 6, so that's going to be 18 points of healing for me.
Cool.
Wow.
Okay. That's insane.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. All right. So now you can make a set of survival checks again. What is the thing you're on? Hills. Okay, so you got to beat a 52.
All right.
32.
52.
No. We've rolled 32.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry.
40. You need to roll 12.
Survival.
Oh,
Sorry.
you mean 12 or better? 12 or better.
12 or better for survival. Don't push me.
Wow. Okay.
Four.
Failure.
All right. Who wants to roll the d6? And then you move.
That should be Mirggles.
I rolled the nat
Doesn't have a
one.
thing.
Yeah. 6.
A 6 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You move here.
Oh, wow.
Excellent.
Backwards. A little.
Right.
Have you guys turned? I knew you guys turned around.
I.
Well, at least we don't have to deal with those zombies
Clear
anymore.
on the map.
Right. Of course we don't. Go ahead and roll Leah.
No, it's not. They go every 2 turns.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We get one more.
Yeah. So yeah, roll me another set of survival checks. I think you do find yourselves kind of lost, and you're like, oh wait, why didn't we just use the giant column of red to head
To
towards?
follow? Yeah.
But you recognise it's a bit further away.
36, 40, 50.
It's 52
Five.
again. I think.
5. Yeah, we've already hit it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you can pick which direction you move.
I guess we'll move back.
Okay.
See, there's our footsteps. Just follow them.
Let's
Yes.
have.
I do it.
All right.
Noticed.
Let's have.
Oh, there's
Leah
some of
roll.
your blood.
There is some of my blood there. You can tell it's green.
Fuck! That's a 2.
Okay.
Come on, Jordan.
And also roll me a D. Myre needs to roll me a D6.
4.
Okay. Luckily for you, you almost had a swarm and
Surprise.
That would have
an
been
encounter at the same
excellent.
time.
Oh,
Because
right.
these
Lovely.
guys are here.
Ah!
Well,
They've made it. you? You'll be very pleased to know that it's very similar to the last fight you had, only more difficult.
next time I expend some of my spell slots.
It's a good thing we short rested.
That's a
did
very
not.
good thing.
I
You
know we didn't.
Short rested.
Oh, you're being sarcastic.
Yes. It's in my character sheet.
Well, you let me carry a bit of the load this time.
All right, move yourselves to wherever you
Bear
want
the load.
on the that wrong show, man.
You let me carry the load.
Okay, yeah, I guess we'll just stand arm in arm, shoulder to shoulder.
I mean, I was leading the party. That's why I put myself up there. But
Right.
I'm distracted by looking at your blood. Are we in the exact same place we were yesterday?
yes, I think we are actually.
You are, and that horde is back
Oh,
with
good.
friends.
Good God. Well,
There's now 3 hordes around you to face.
Time to turn some undead.
Yeah. Now every time, you know what? No, not telling you that. Okay. Roll initiatives. Remember to click on your token when you do so.
oh, 17 from Thrak. Puts him out in front. Gonna get that first strike so I can finish my little side quest. Oh, come on. Zombie Swarm got an 18 for those listening.
The zombie swarm got an 18.
They're gonna kill me before I have a chance to first strike.
All of the swarms suddenly rush in. Yes, the swarms go first here in
Oh,
this
no.
combat. All right, Jilden, there's one behind you.
Not again.
Actually, there's one on you.
No. In me?
One, no, I'm not.
Hey-ho.
I would never word it that way. This is where it goes. I think actually I
Coward.
can go kind of here. Let's do that. It makes things way more annoying for you, doesn't it? Let's do that then. Okay, Jilden.
He's chessing.
This attack comes from the first swarm. A 19 versus your AC.
Yes, that hits.
Okay, you take 18 bludgeoning damage. Thrak, 16 versus your AC.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You take 14 bludgeoning damage,
Excellent.
and Cirrus,
Goodness.
14 versus your AC.
That does not hit.
Okay. The horde has caught you, and for mechanical purposes, there are 3 zombie swarms here, but there is also still even more of them just cresting the hill as this happens. You can't defeat and kill the horde that's on the board,
Right.
the board game thing. All you can do is run away from it. Yeah, that is what's happening here. So, yes, that's the end of that turn. It is Thrak's turn first.
Okay. Sorry, I have to think about it. I thought I knew what I was going to do, but... You know what? We're going to go for it. It's fireball time. We're going to try to fireball. We're going to cast it right in the middle of everyone. So, everyone get ready to roll your... What is it?
Probably a dex.
My favorite.
I'm warming the somatic components for a revivify on one of you, and preparing to take permanent damage from losing the other 2.
Fire damage. No, I'll. Can I get a?
Hell
Can I get a circle to see where I can put it?
I fully endorse
yes,
this, by the way. No matter what the consequences are, I fully endorse it.
I know you do. I think I could. Oh my god! It's actually might
I
be
will be
bigger
your
than that.
sacrificial lamb.
So it's twice that size. It's 20 feet, in every direction. I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is.
That's how big it is.
Yeah. Can I?
Sure about that?
Can I grab it?
I did say I wanted to be
You have to
warm.
not be on the ruler.
You sure about that?
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I'm gonna put it right there.
Okay.
I think.
Yep.
I'm gonna say. Is there? I'm gonna do a roll to see if I see Jildan, because I don't think I'd do that if I see her in this.
I am
Fricassee Jill.
engulfed in the swarm.
Yeah, and I'm also engulfed in a swarm, so I
maybe
think it's a good
disadvantage?
chance that I don't see you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay. A 12.
12's
So-
an annoying number, isn't it?
Yeah.
Reroll.
An 11.
Pathetic.
You know what? I'm gonna say I don't see you.
Yeah, that's funny.
I just see mass amounts of chomping zombies, and I cast this fireball, and yeah. So it is. I believe there's just a dex roll, a check, right? It's
Yep.
each creature in the 20-foot radius sphere centered on the point must make a dexterity saving throw.
Alright, let's do Jildan's first.
13.
13. What's the DC?
Is it my spell save?
Yeah.
It doesn't say on it. Then it's 15, so you failed.
1, 2, 3. Everyone fails. The zombie swarms
Everyone
and
fails.
Jildan.
And the damage is 23 fire damage.
Okay, 20,
Actually, not a great roll. Pretty good.
23 damage.
Probably for the
That's
best, it's not a
basically a
great roll.
nuke goes off. You see a
Yeah.
bunch of these zombies
Nope,
just
Jildan.
flown out. They're thrown out of the way, on fire, turned to char, landing everywhere. And also it blows like 2 or 3 of them away, and you see Jildan in there. For a brief moment. And you hear that.
Oh god! Children, I'm sorry! I remember I'm doing like it comes out of my finger for some reason.
Finger guns.
And yeah, I hear the screams of an ancient portal flying through the air.
Yeah, okay. Anything else on your turn?
No. I'm not going to do anything else.
Cirrus, your turn.
Yes. Yeah. I am going to cast Spirit Guardians. And it will do 13 radiant damage to anything in a 15-foot radius of me that is not my allies.
Nice.
And then I am going to how does these guys get opportunity attacks?
If you leave their circle.
Yeah. Okay. If I leave their circle, I'm not in their circle, so I can just move freely then, right?
You're
No,
next to him.
so they have a threat range around them. I'll demonstrate with
Just double check.
Like
That's what I figured.
a radius. You see that?
Yeah, okay.
So
yeah,
like
I see
that
it.
whole area.
That's what I thought. It's just Myre said the circle, and then I was like, oh, the token circle? I was trying to
sort
get
of
a wise one over.
yeah, the squares that make the circle up, and then 5 feet within that.
Okay. And then I am going to cast. I can still cast Healing Word on Jilden for 8 + 4.
12 healing.
12
Thank you,
healing.
child.
You're welcome.
Okay, and you're not moving.
No, I'm gonna stay here. Could I actually, without pulling their opportunity attack, could I move here? Like, can I move through them and still be
I'm not seeing you move.
entangled with them?
With these zombies, I'm gonna say yes, you can. I don't really know with swarms whether you can occupy their space, but they can occupy yours. So I'm gonna say yes because it's fun.
Cool. In that case, all 3 of the swarms take 13 radiant damage.
Yeah, on their turn though, right?
Oh.
Pretty sure it is.
Their speed is
Enters for the
halved,
first
yeah,
time or starts their turn in there.
on a turn. Okay,
Right.
yeah. Okay.
And they make a save, and then
Yeah.
they'll
Yep.
take the damage.
Looks like it.
Yeah. Okay. Sia, your turn.
Okay. I am in that case.
I will
going to-
scream, do not get closer to me!
I hear her say that and see her charred self and shrug and attack.
Smells really tasty.
Turtle soup.
I am going to swing at the mass that's currently surrounding her though with my staff without getting closer.
Okay.
And hopefully that passes. Nope. 9 to hit.
That hits.
Nope. Okay then. 12 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. 12 of them dropping.
And 21 to hit for another 7.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna again glow purple. My eyes, do their thing, and I'm going to use flurry of blows for another 6,
Okay.
and then 10 for another 7.
All right. There is less than half of this swarm left. As you obliterate and just start punching and crushing a bunch of them, striking them with the staff and kicking them and stuff. Okay, Jilden, it's your turn.
Everyone's too close to me. Ah! Yes, I panic. I lash out with my claws and use primal savagery.
Okay.
That is an 18.
That hits.
13 acid damage.
Okay. Takes out 13 of them.
And then... I don't think I can survive an opportunity attack, so I think I will just bonus action heal myself.
Okay.
And that's it.
The swarms' turns. Let's roll whiz saves from top to bottom here. 1, 2, 3. What's your spell save DC, Max?
15
15. Okay, a bunch of fails and it's 13 damage, yeah?
radiant. Yeah.
Okay, kills this one.
Ooh.
And then these ones are still going. All right. Okay, I'm going to move that out of the way just for so it's not confusing. But they are just, there is a lot of dead zombies around you, Jildan. Okay. One, let's see here. They're currently engulfing Thrak, so I think they'd probably try and attack him. Thrak, 14.
I'll use a reaction to cast shield.
Okay.
And it stops that. So a magical barrier. Like, I think I'm grappling with all these different zombies and they're trying to, bite me and attack me, and I'm using my staff to sort of fend them off, and one gets behind me and comes in with a slash, and it just hits this magical barrier and sort of bounces off.
Cool. Yeah. The other one is going to try and attack you, Cirrus, on a 20.
Oh, that hits.
It's 13 bludgeoning damage to you.
Okay.
Is your spell a concentration spell?
It is a concentration spell. I do have, I am a warcaster. It's a feat, so I have advantage on Constitution saving throws to maintain my concentration when I take damage. So, con save.
With advantage. You have to beat a 10. Oof.
11.
Okay, you're a warcaster.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay, nice. Thrak's turn.
Yeah, I'll do,
A horde of zombies. He's sort of in the middle of all of them right now.
yeah, so I think we're a bit panicked, and I'm just gonna, as I'm defending myself and the shield sort of saves me, I'm just gonna counterattack back at them with the staff. Yeah, okay. Funny. Okay, and yeah, so I'll just attack them.
Okay.
Quarterstaff. 18
hits.
for 5 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Excellent damage roll. Not good damage roll.
That it?
Yep, that'll be it.
Okay.
5 damage.
Cirrus, it's your turn.
Yeah. I am going to cast who's doing the least good right now. I think we're all kind of not doing so hot. Thrak. I'm going to cast Healing Word on Thrak for 7 healing. And then I'm going to cast Sacred Flame and on the red swarm. So that's 8 radiant.
Okay. I need to make a dex save.
Yeah.
9 is going to be a fail. It's 8. So 8 of them are sort of burned away in this radiant light. But there's still a few of them left, though the red one, the red swarm, has less than half its HP left, so that one's done. Okay, Sia, your turn.
Okay, I run this way anti-clockwise around the swarm on the green side, and then as I do, I just kind of say, as fun as this is, we have to get moving. More are coming. And I'm going to swing at the red one for 14 to hit for 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Keep them coming.
Okay, then I'm going to... Has the green one taken any damage yet?
Yes.
Apart from the AoE? Never mind. Yeah, okay. I attack the green one as well.
Fireball and the radiant.
And the radiant, yeah.
I attack the green one next.
Okay.
A 26 to hit.
That hits.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Then I'm going to go back on the red one again with an unarmed strike for 15 points of, for 15 to hit.
Yep.
That's another 10 points of bludgeoning on the red one.
Okay. Still up.
And then, okay, well, I try again on the red one for a 19 to hit for a 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
There are 3 zombies left in this swarm.
Damn. All right. That is going to be my turn, I think.
Okay.
I
Jilda.
think, kind of see me looking around for an exit at this point.
Yes, excellent. You see me emerge out of the swarm, and my hat has been burned into tiny pieces. This hat you saw me painstakingly knitting a few weeks back has been absolutely destroyed. I run towards the swarm and hit it with Primal Savagery again. For 13 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
15 acid damage.
And you destroy this the final 3 zombies in that swarm there.
Excellent. There's just one lot to deal with now. And then I will step aside and end my turn.
Wisdom
your
save.
turn?
Yes.
Wisdom save coming in a 0. Roll me some damage.
I did kind of not wise.
Oh, is it the same amount of damage, or should I redo it?
I
redo
think you
it.
rolled,
Okay.
isn't it 3d8?
I did roll it.
Yeah, roll again. You roll every
Okay.
time.
I will roll every time.
'Cause it's a new whiz save.
21
Nice.
radiant.
Yep. Certainly. There's 14 left in this swarm.
Oof.
And I think they're probably... Who were they going after? They were going after Sia, right? I think they'll just continue to mindlessly go after him. Sia, 12 versus your AC is going to be a miss. So it is Thrax's turn.
Yeah, I'll, now that I'm not completely engulfed in zombie lizards, I, sort of take my
Zizards.
bearings and, or zizards, as they might be called. I take my bearings and I focus up, and I'm gonna cast, magic missile at, I'm actually gonna do it at level 3. So I think that means I get 2 extra things, right? 2 extra motes of magic missile damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Standing there for
5 in
so
total.
long, like... reading the newspaper, you know. Fine, just these things just keep coming out.
Shooting a gun.
Yeah.
11, 12, 13, 18.
He's on the back of
Damage.
like a Humvee, like in that Rambo movie where he just keeps shooting the... yeah.
But it's just one at a
Brown,
time with
whatever
like
it
a full second in between.
Yeah. Okay, 5, 10, 14, 16, 18 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what happens here is like literally these heat-seeking missiles find and just rip through a bunch of the heads of these things. Like you see it just whipping through them all. You know that guy in Guardians of the Galaxy that whistles and that thing goes all over the place?
Yeah.
It does that, but there's 5 of them, which takes out the rest of this swarm. Again, there is still sort of like a swarm coming up over this hill. So we see, I think, the group once again sort of gather themselves and rush out of the area.
My hat!
Roll
My
me,
hat!
roll me another D2. This is how far away they'll be from you.
Okay.
Yes,
Keep rolling your 2s, please. Thank you.
Nice.
Amazing.
I can't get a hold of them, but they're back over there now.
Okay.
Behind you. Okay, let me clear this turn order for myself. And, alright, so, yeah, you can still take a short rest if you want, but on the end of the next turn, you can do a long rest instead, right? Am I right there?
Yes, you
Yeah,
are
I
correct.
recommend long rest if possible.
Okay. In that case, survival checks, please. You've got to beat a 52.
Gotta beat a 52. Let's see what we can do.
27, 37,
Survival.
43.
Oh.
Damn it, see ya! You got a 46.
Okay, roll me a d6. You might end up going the right way anyway.
That's
You're doing it again. You guys keep, for some reason, going.
straight back.
So you end up at this same place that you ended up yesterday. Something. It's probably that like I said, the land here is like cracked and broken. So there's only certain ways you can weave through it, and it's just causing you to end up like relentlessly curving back on yourselves and finding yourselves in the completely wrong direction. Over and over again.
I'm getting you may or may not notice that I'm getting a bit frustrated, and there's a bit of anger in my expressions.
Perhaps we should stop and ask for directions, Thrak.
Perhaps I won't catch you the next time you fall down one of these crevasses.
The next time.
I attempt to smack Seer with my staff.
Well, I didn't even correct him. It's crevasses.
You're very crevasse prone.
My staff will find a crevasse in a minute if you don't stop.
Right, well, I guess next turn?
You can do a long rest on this turn. If you want to.
I thought we were supposed to move twice before.
Is this turn? What turn is this?
We are on the 4th turn, but we've only moved once.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So it is the next turn. You're right. Okay. I'm just gonna trust you with that because I know I made up the rules, but that's as far as it goes.
Well, I'm the only one that knows them now. Yeah. All right, everyone roll survival.
Yeah, everyone roll survival. Dead on.
Whoa.
Okay, we smashed it that time.
I mean, yeah. Absolutely.
And we're gonna go straight back to where we were
81.
again.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which means Jildan needs to roll me a d2.
Why do we keep going straight?
Nice.
It's to the place that we know triggers.
They're near, but they're not.
It's just the Bermuda Triangle of our brains right now.
So we're in the exact same spot, and we're like, okay. Well, I think we should set camp here. We know it so well.
Myre, roll me a d6.
3 layers of blood from 3 different days.
Okay, no random encounter. Actually, I think you might have missed one of these before, but roll me a d20 as well.
Okay.
Oh, it's a D20.
On a 6, you find something.
Oh,
6,
depending on the number you roll.
All right. A multiple of 6 or just on a 6?
On a 6.
Okay.
what does that mean?
When you roll a d6 on a 6, you get...
I mean, I understand that, but I don't multiple. Okay.
I don't know why you said that.
He's just hoping that it was multiples of 6 because then we would have found something. Right. We got an 18.
Yeah, roll me a d20.
Another one? Okay. 6.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Six.
Clearly he's
Which is double 3, which is the magic number.
Rules of
It's
3.
divisible by 2, just so you know, Brad.
What is the square root of 6?
You guys are trying to literally make my brain melt. You're all a 6. You find a potion of... Wow, this is a random generator, by the way. Absolutely perfect. A potion of Frost Giant Strength.
Ooh.
It's a potion of strength, open brackets, Frost Giant.
I drink it. No, I don't.
Essentially, it means that your strength goes up to 23, I think.
Oh, wow.
1d4.
What's the duration?
I'm going to double check.
Forever. You just...
Forever. It is 1 hour.
A lot.
1 hour. So potion of Frost Giant Strength, which essentially just gives you 23 strength for 1 hour. So whoever has that, pop that into your items.
If Jilden turns into a bear, then drinks that, will it make the bear have 24 strength? Because I don't know how her stats work otherwise.
Yeah, I think it does remain. The first 3 stats,
I think that would be pretty good.
strength, dex, and con. Oh yeah, actually, maybe they wouldn't. Maybe we'd go back. I don't know. I think I would rule it 100%. It stays buff bear.
All right, buff bear. Because it's
Um,
useless to me. See it.
Right. Well, maybe there's some other situation where you need 23 strength suddenly. You need to lift a car off of them or something.
Who took it?
Who's taking the potion of strength?
I take it.
Okay, Jilden's got it. Great.
Yep.
You all want to do your long rest?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Okay. So long rest, you get all of your spell slots back, your HP refilled, and half of your hit die rounded up back. And when you're done, roll me a survival check. And once again, because you've been here twice before, you've got to beat a 52.
35.
Alright, we can do it.
49.
I was,
We just need a 3.
So don't roll a.
Ooh. We did it.
Did it? Okay, yeah, move
Natural
wherever
one.
you want to move.
Excellent. Yeah, we'll go straight south.
Hey. All right. Is it zombie turn or am I crazy?
I don't think so.
No, we get another
It's
turn.
another turn. Okay, yeah. Then go for it. Another set of survival rolls, please. This time you've got to beat a 48.
30, 45, 46.
You need a 2, which I think
Mhm.
is impossible for you not to get.
Yeah.
17.
Alright, we make it to the fire circle.
Yes, you
Burn
make
up
it
and die.
to
And
the
Zuko
fire
appears.
circle, the Fire Nation. Yeah, this area is I think as you get closer and closer to this column of red light, you recognize that it actually is covering a huge amount of land. It's an absolutely ginormous column of light that's coming up out of a huge hole in the ground that just seems to go down endlessly. Think Made in Abyss, that anime, this just absolutely enormous thing. However, the light itself spreads out across the land further than the hole. As it comes up and washes outwards, it reaches pretty far, and you can actually step into the light. Is that something that you do?
Does it feel warm or does it feel any type of way?
The light feels pretty warm, yeah. Pretty warm, I think.
I'd reach a hand into the light.
Oh,
That's
wait
enough.
before you do that. Oh.
Okay.
Make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, no.
16.
A 16 is, in fact, enough. I don't know
Enough to
why.
fail.
Enough to fail. Haha. You fail. You're dead. Yeah, okay. Confusing. You. As you, I think the second your hand touches this, it is. I think everyone else probably sees Jilden kind of like react. But for you, Jilden, there is an immediate sensation as your mind is filled with thoughts of anger and fury. You sort of enter a state of pure rage within yourself for a few moments. You have, and I can do this on your sheet for you if you want, now permanently gained +1 to any future athletics and intimidation checks that you ever make. So you can change that by going into the little cog. You know, you've got core, bio, spells, and then cog. and you can add a +1 to athletics and intimidation checks. There's a sensation of just unlocking just a sense of just primal rage and strength and fury as you sort of gain the giantish aspect of fire here. And then she snaps out of it.
Are you alright?
I did. My God. I haven't felt like that in years. I reach her hand back in again.
Yeah, nothing happens. And in fact, it no longer feels warm to you. This light. The rest of it still feels warm.
What did you do?
Or
I felt just fury. That was the strongest fury I felt, in fact, in so long. So long. Don't put your hand into that light.
the moment she said the word fury, I think Thrak's hand falls and he takes a few steps back.
Yeah, Cirrus also.
And I immediately infer Seer's intentions and put my stick out in front of him to stop him from touching it.
Fine. I move the stick slowly away from my face. Lead the way.
Where can we go?
Does this light encompass the entire path ahead of us?
It's like miles and miles, yeah, sort of sphere, but it is no, you can still sort of, I mean, you know where you are because you've been successfully traveling in the correct direction, so you know that you're on the south part of Selvae, and essentially you're coming, you can probably see the mountain range to the south of you, which Thor's mentioned. If you need any other sort of, if you get lost, you need only find the mountain range to the south and follow it along to the east anyway.
Okay.
So you're aware of, that you're aware that there is a finish line to the east of you over here, and you have a general idea that you're in this kind of area. You don't need to be lost.
Do you feel any different, children? Like, do you still feel that fury?
No, I don't feel. I just have a memory. Shadow is the feeling, if you will.
Okay. I was just thinking, because
Actually, no, I feel furious.
And I bonk him on the head with my staff.
I try and block. If I am able to.
I actually don't think I have an attack here, so I'm just going to roll a d20 to see if I hit you.
Critical attack.
Critical bonk.
Oh my God,
She hit a
have it.
20 for audio listeners.
Yeah, I smite you easily across the bonk.
Perhaps since fury is
And then I
just...
stomp off in a direction.
Perhaps since fury is just, rage and indignation is just a very fine kind of anger. Maybe she's cured.
Indignation is injustice.
Right, no, it's anger at injustice.
Precisely.
Right.
I do not feel aggrieved, I feel annoyed. You're annoying me.
Right. Yes.
This bickering has been going on for days and continues. Jilden, roll me a d2 for the horde.
1.
Okay, nice. All right. Yeah, you can roll your survival checks to attempt to head in a direction of your choosing. You have to beat a 48.
What we got? We beat it.
Weeping.
Smashed it. Okay, yeah, move wherever you want to move.
All right. Go again.
And then go again.
Beat it again.
Beat it again. Move to wherever you want. Jilden, roll me a d2, and Sia, roll me a d. Oh, look at that! Oh, they've caught up to you. A d6 from Myre, please.
Okay.
The law of averages determines that we'll always catch up to us in the end.
On a 4, nothing happens, so you're good to roll me another set of survival checks. And you've got to be a 14
Smashing
again.
these survival checks, man.
Yeah, nice. I feel like what I'm gonna do at this point. You know what? No, I'm not. But I might switch around the random encounter to be on the odd turn rather than the same as the horde. But I will do it in a minute. Okay, yeah. Roll me another set of survival checks then.
17, 8, 12, 17.
27, 47. Yeah, we got it.
Okay, move to wherever you want. Let's have whomever, I suppose, roll me a perception check. Actually, no, we'll do a group perception check. Beat 40.
We beat. No, not yet. We beat 40.
This tower that you might see on the map is well within your peeping distance here.
I peep something.
Let's. What did Thrak roll? A 19. Roll me another perception check, Thrak.
Okay. I think I know what you're about to say. It's a 23.
What am I about to say?
It's Horde's tower.
It's Horde's
It looks
tower.
just like it.
Exactly the same. I have a little bit of artwork that I can show. Yeah, I don't think you can make out any like significant detail, but it is frighteningly similar. That this is the exact same tower that you recognize as Hard's tower, your mentor back in Moon. All the
It
way
looks
out
hardly
here.
like it. Come on now.
No, I'm telling you, that's exactly his tower. He
Right,
has
where
to
did
be
we go
there.
in?
You
Maybe
think he's
he'll offer
there?
us some hot water. Just so.
We should go there immediately. He might know some things that we need.
All right.
Okay, let's have Jilden roll me a d2.
Ooh.
They're right on your tail. And Myre, roll me a d6.
Okay. 1d6 coming right up. 5.
A 5, yeah, nothing happens. Okay, background to your
Nice.
survival checks. And it's 48 again to beat.
30, 40.
Yeah, we got it.
We beat it.
Okay, move
Okay,
to whichever
so-
direction you wish.
That
Go
tower.
here.
Ooh,
Oh,
ooh.
Interesting
that was a
choice.
Yeah. Yeah, you move into the sort of rocky, hilly, mountainous terrain here, which makes things a little more difficult for you on these next set of survival checks. This is 56 to beat, please.
Okay, come on now.
56. Ooh.
Oh no!
32, 39.
A 39. We can't do it.
Oh.
So,
That's a
48.
fail. All right. Who wants to roll me the d6 to determine your direction?
I think Tarak should do that because he's the one that
Okay.
does there.
'Cause he's the one that screwed up.
Wow.
Alright,
1,
we'll go
2. You
2.
move there.
Oh, good,
Okay.
good. Actually
Yeah,
helpful.
kind of. It's not the end of the world as you move up there. Okay, Jilden, roll me a d2.
Shit.
Guess who's stopping by for dinner?
Oh.
And let's have a d6 as well from Myre.
Oh, please, Myre.
No
Oh, God.
odds. We're good.
No, you're not.
It's a 2.
I thought
We're not
you
good.
swapped it over. Encounters.
No, I was like, oh, I'll just wait till they get to the tower and then just reset it.
Okay.
So you're actually going to run into, roll me a d4,
Okay.
A double encounter.
double encounter.
Wang.
It's an undead dragon.
This is actually really bad. I recommend.
Is an undead dragon running?
I recommend getting
Quick
creative.
loading.
Okay.
You get a
Alright.
little lost during one of these days and stumble into like a craggy set of rocks. It's hard to get up to Hard's tower. There isn't a clear route. There would have been if you'd come around the northern side, but unfortunately you didn't. So as you're sort of maneuvering through this rough terrain and trying to make your way up towards this tower, I think you recognize suddenly that the zombies, that horde, is rushing up behind you through the mountainside, up across the rocks and things, and they are right on your tail. And sort of just as you sort of maybe figure out a way to avoid them, there is a horrendous noise in front of you, a sort of and two undead hill giants
Oh my god.
appear in front of you. Now, these fighting these two hill giants on their own would be pretty rough. Fighting the hill giants and the swarm is incredibly deadly. Now, you guys are kind of super powered, but I'm giving you that bit of meta to do with what you will.
How do we get out of here? How do we?
So the way to technically run away is to get to the edge of the map, and you will exit the map. You just have to do it without, getting caught by one of these things, or and also a thing that I think is important to mention: if you leave the map, you are you're out of the combat. You can't come back into it. So if you leave the map and then suddenly one of these hill giants like grabs Thrak, it's up to whoever's left behind or Thrak himself to get himself out of it or deal with it. You can't come back in because once you're out of the map, it goes out of turn order and time starts going quickly again. But in the turn order, it's still 6 seconds passing. So by the time you recognize and get back in, it's happening. But this is a fun. This is fun. Let's see how you do. Roll some initiatives, please. Time to really test your metal.
I wonder if the hill giants are half the CR.
The worst.
2 5s
Oh
on your
my
initiatives there.
We rolled
God.
so badly on initiative, those listening. We got a 12, a 5, a 5, and a 6.
We roll for the zombie swarm.
They got a 3.
And now for the giants.
Oh,
An 11.
Oh,
okay.
So I'm just going to give these red and blue giants up here. And these are zombie giants, and they're big. Like, these giants are like pretty massive. The way that they're stomping up and heading towards you. Flesh falling off of them, frozen bits, very zombified. These are, you know what, I'll give you as well. These seem to be much more freshly dead than the lizards. The lizards are they're like skeletal. Whereas the hill giants are just still seem to be in that kind of like post-death necrosis. And they've still got a lot of flesh on them, and they're big and fleshy as it is. Okay, so in the turn order here, it is... Oh, do you know what else I forgot? On an encounter, you have to roll for being surprised. Roll me a d6.
No.
If we're surprised, guys, it's been a lovely campaign.
Who's rolling? Who's rolling?
You are.
do it. I'll do it. Oh, okay.
2.
2.
Go Myre, go. Go Myre, go.
Okay.
We are surprised.
You are surprised.
Yeah.
So are they.
Excellent.
So it does. It just cancels it out.
Wow. Okay.
I rolled a 1. Okay, so
Nice.
it's cancelled out.
So
There's
are
no
they more
surprise round.
surprised?
No, it's just there just is no surprise. Is basically a condition. Okay. Top
We
of the
both
round.
came
then,
around
round
the corner
one.
of like a mountain pass, and like we were both stunned for a second.
Yeah.
That's Spider-Man meme pointing at each other.
Yeah. Okay, Jilden, you are the first to go in the turn order. Then it will be the giants.
Are we running left or right?
I yelled
Left!
at
The
everyone.
tower is... You see it!
Yes, wonderful.
Then I once again swirl my stick around and and then the clouds will convalesce again, and this time they will form a wall of wind that will be 50 foot long and 15 feet high, and I will shape it to. Sorry, I'm drawing on your map, and I know you hate that, but it's necessary, to the back of us like this.
Okay.
Actually,
Can you shape it like that?
Yeah, you can shape it whatever it is, as long as it is a continuous path along the ground.
Okay, I'll allow it then.
Actually, I shape it, slightly more so that it covers this front giant coming towards us. So maybe less protection from the swarms.
All right. Do you want to just draw it again?
Okay. Should be sort of here.
Okay.
I should think.
Yep.
50.
Airbending.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yes, and then I move ahead. Where did I start? I started down here, didn't I? So I'll move my full movement 30 feet away. Yes, the wind wall will require a strength saving throw for anything that tries to cross it.
I'm sure that these giants aren't strong.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay. So it can walk through it, but it will take damage. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. It's a deterrent, and it's also difficult to see through it. Well, it isn't, mechanically, but I'm saying it's going to be difficult to see through it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not intelligent, but I think that doesn't actually work in your favor, because I think they would just keep stomping forward. You know what I mean? Like, this is just the thing they're going to do.
Attack on Titan.
Unfortunately, my options were slim.
They're very Attack on Titan-y. So it's going to try and walk through it. So what do I need to do again?
Strength saving throw.
A strength save. Wow.
Oh!
A natural 1, which came out as a 6. So it takes damage,
So,
and it
yes.
can't move through, or it can move
3d8.
through.
Hang on, 3d8 bludgeoning. Oh, wow, what a horrible roll. 4 bludgeoning damage.
4 bludgeoning damage.
That was 2 ones in a series, you kidding me?
It literally
light
doesn't
punch.
do basically any damage to it. Is what it looks like to the rest of you as it walks through this thing.
Well, so long, fellas. There's not much I had, and I didn't do much with it.
But it can move through it, or it can't.
Yeah, I can move through it.
Okay, great. Let's have the other one make that save first, then, and try and get over here. And so we're out of the way of the wind wall saves. A 21,
Yeah, that'll
You're
save.
my window
but it still
wall.
takes 2 damage.
Yes.
Okay. The next thing it's going to do is going to try and squash Sia. On a 22.
22. Yeah, hits.
Okay, so what happens here is you take 22 bludgeoning damage as this thing just lands on you.
Okay.
And you are grappled.
Oh.
Until this
Wait,
grapple
we have a
ends,
grappling thing.
you are prone. You're under it. You're under the absolute blubber of this ginormous...
Wait, do you also have the constrictor thing from our pre-sessions?
We do.
Where you have
we
advantage on grappling
Only
attacks?
on
Yeah,
It's
we do.
attacks. Not
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
it's just
only I
plus
got
attack.
that. All of us got
No,
that.
we all got
Everyone
it.
got it, yeah. You
From the snake
gained
smoke.
the aspect of the snake. So you're grappled. The escape is a DC 15, which you would need to make on your turn as an action. And but the giant is also prone. Okay, so melee attacks will have advantage on this thing, but it falls on Sia. And then it's going to do the other one's going to do the exact same thing to Thrak and Cirrus here.
Both of us. Fuck.
Yeah, you are in its threat range. ACs? What are your ACs?
9.
17.
Okay. Cirrus, you are not underneath it as it lands.
I'll do a reaction and cast shield.
Okay,
I'll
yeah,
save
you
myself
are,
from a
but the
snipe,
shield
dude.
comes up and does that thing where it sort of like pressure pops you out from the other side
Yeah.
of the thing.
Okay.
And this thing, yeah, just hits the ground, falls over, attempting to crush you. And then the two of them are just like doing that like horrible, slow giant trying to grab at you thing, and just like grab you to eat you. Attack on Titan looking faces, zombied.
Horrifying.
And then this swarm moving up behind you. It is now your turn, Cirrus.
Yeah, channel divinity, turn undead. Let's see if this works and they leave us alone.
Okay, so it's wisdom saving throws from everything. Let's go with the...
Yes.
Let's do the swarm first from left to right.
Okay.
This could be clutch.
15, 15, 18.
They all
it's
save.
15 spell save is
Wow, they
15,
all make their
so-
saves. And then
Damn.
the giants from left to right, 1, 2. A 4 and a 15.
Oh,
So the one on the left
okay.
is turn.
Yeah, okay.
Actually pretty good. It almost makes me think we might be able to handle this.
The big boy. It was
Okay.
a big boy move.
Okay, and then hold on, let me see if there's any other like bonus actions. I mean, Seer's not doing well, so I am going to cast Healing Word on Seer. 8 points of healing damage.
Healing damage is correct.
Yes,
Appreciate
8
it.
points of healing damage.
Okay. Do you want to
Okay.
move?
I can, yeah, without. I'm assuming it's not gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna run.
Yeah, it
this
still has
way.
it can still try and grab at you, but you aren't crushed and grappled.
Okay. Cool.
It's prone, so does it have disadvantage on its attack
I
rolls?
think so.
I think so as well. No, maybe not. Oh yeah, it does. Okay. So disadvantage on this. It's going to try and it does apparently have a great club in its hand.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, I don't think it does. I think it's just gonna try and
here.
I'm gonna call this move Big Slap. And try and
Big
Big
Slap.
Slap you. Natural 1, which
Miss.
means in fact you can roll me a d20, see if it does anything additional to it, because it critical fails.
15.
A 15, roll me a d6, it's going to take some damage. It rushes its hand out, but it like just runs it across a rock and opens a
3.
wound. Does a little bit of damage to its big, giant, fleshy hand. Okay. But yeah,
Okay,
you can
so
move.
then
You
that
can
means
move,
I
yeah.
can run. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'm gonna shout, are we running? We're running.
do you
now?
think?
Okay, then I move I'm running away. 30 feet.
Okay. Thrak, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'll also run 30 feet and I'll take that opportunity attack.
It's
disadvantage.
only got 1 because it's the reaction that costs.
Oh, gotcha.
thing.
Okay, excellent. Then I just run away.
Yeah.
And then I'm
you can
gonna-
bait out opportunity attacks and then, have other people. If you're tanky, you can bait out the opportunity attack and then everyone else could run away if you needed to.
That's what I
yeah,
keep trying to
okay.
encourage people to do.
Yeah.
I am going
Nasty DMs
to...
will save it though.
I'm gonna do something that may be stupid, but I'm gonna cast Fireball at all the zombies.
Okay.
And I think it's gonna hit that hill giant as well. Can I get a Fireball
Oh,
circle?
the turned one?
No,
No.
the unturned one.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, it's pronounced turn.
The
Turn.
unturned one.
Turn
The unturned one.
Does that... Ooh, it looks like I can't hit all of them, huh?
Is it the right side?
You know what you
Yeah.
could do,
Right, size.
just
Think.
because I'm worried for you all. You could hold your action and see if they swarm closer together and then...
Oh no, it's not the right size. It's too small.
Oh, is it still too small?
Unless that's... So, if
What's the radius?
it's 20... So it is... Yeah, I'll read it. Or I'll send it. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So it's a 20-foot radius sphere.
So it's this.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't understand why it didn't save that.
Wax said it was 8 by 8 squares.
Yeah, Whack is good at
It's
figuring
40
that out.
across. is the radius. So this is too big.
Yeah.
This is 50 across.
Wait.
Okay, so one less.
That will still work.
Yeah. Okay. I have a big page of spells that I've been saving, but I don't know why I didn't save it last
Yeah,
time. When I
I'll smack them all with a fireball.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Let's do a bunch of saves then. We'll do the swarms first from left to right. 4, a 19, and a 9,
Yeah, the 19 saves.
and then the hill giant, a 15.
That saves as well.
Oh,
Okay, but it's still going to take half the damage. So
Alright, so 28 fire damage, 14 for the 2 that saved.
okay. 28 for that one, and 28 for that one. Okay, yeah. I mean, a fireball goes off, and it incinerates a lot of these zombies as they're swarming up the hillside and chasing after you. The map sort of doesn't really, but I didn't have a hilly version of the thing, but yeah, this is very hilly and rocky where you are and rushing out of, and yeah, you just see a bunch of them blown backwards and incinerated. It does burn the hill giant that's laying on the ground, but it certainly doesn't kill him. Okay,
Okay.
end your turn.
That's the end of my turn.
Sia, you are prone and grappled.
Okay. And it being turned doesn't do anything to the grapple.
No, because it's just laying on you.
Okay.
You know.
All right. Well, it does have to buy me dinner first, so I will try and break free and run away.
Okay. So that's an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Athletics or acrobatics check. Okay. Is this? I'm grappled, yes. So is it with advantage because of the snake or no?
The snake gives you advantage to attacking with grapple now.
Oh, okay. Not.
Yeah, it
not
says grappling
saves.
attacks.
Okay. 20.
A 20. Yeah, you escape
nice.
with your action.
Okay.
You're no longer grappled.
Very well. Then I'm going to burn a key point and use Step of the Winds to move my the rest of my how am I going to do this? I'm going to use Step of the Wind to disengage. And wait, no, it's prone, so it doesn't have reactions, right?
Right.
So-
No, it does. It does.
It does?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll use Step of the Wind to disengage then and move 20 feet.
I don't think it does because
It's
it's
turn though, so it doesn't.
Yeah,
it can't
it
do
does
any
not have
opportunity
reaction.
attacks or anything.
Alright, well in that case, I'll move my movement here, then I'll use Step of the Wind to then move another, because my speed was half because I was prone, right? Does that mean that I only have 20 speed as speed, or do I have my full speed?
You use half your. I don't. Were you prone?
He was
grapple?
prone, yeah.
Yeah.
I was
he
prone, so I moved
You
20.
use half your speed to get up.
Yeah. Oh, you use the speed, it doesn't get reduced. Okay, cool. So in that case, I will then
We're back here again, aren't we? We should write that down. Like,
We have this argument every week.
we should print that out and all of us post it on our walls.
Yeah, tape it to my forehead. You guys can just look at my camera.
Sorry, I'm trying to move this guy and show you where I'm going. So yeah, then I'm moving 40 feet here. Sorry, wrong. Sorry, 40 feet here. There we go.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay, alright. Zombie swarms. None of these are turned, right?
No.
No.
One, go in there. Don't know
I
if
should
the
have put
rest
the wind
of
wall
them
down there.
can get that far though. Yeah, they can. That one can get here.
In hindsight, yeah.
This one I'm just going to run him up the field. Okay, so we've got attacks coming in on Cirrus. The 15 versus your AC.
That does not hit.
Okay, and I'm going to roll a 1d2. 1 is Thrak. Alright, Thrak.
Excellent. So excited
Attack
about
for
this.
you as well. A 16.
That hits big time. Don't crit.
12 bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
As these zombies now swarm after you as you guys start to run away. It is Jilden's turn.
Are these large creatures? Giants? They're
The
large.
zombies are large, yes.
What about the giants?
The giants are huge.
Okay.
Huge.
I've been thinking this entire time about what I could do on my turn and did not come up with a solution that I enjoyed. Okay, I think... Yes, I will cast Entangle on a 20-foot square that will encompass all of these lizards. Which will be a strength saving throw.
Okay. Just the swarms, yeah?
Yeah, just the swarms.
1, 2, 3.
Wow, I'm deleting this spell. Okay, one fails, 2 succeed. So one of them, a 13, is entangled and restrained. And yeah.
Which one is that?
We're going to go with this
Purple
one because I've been
or
going from top to
orange?
bottom.
Okay.
Orange is restrained for now.
Okay, and then I'm gonna run 30 feet away immediately. Ah! Save yourselves!
Opportunity.
let's
Fly,
have a
you
look.
fool!
Yeah, they're gonna have opportunity to attack me.
Yeah, I think so. I'm just going to check what restrained does. I think they can still do it, right?
I think so.
Restrained. Yeah, okay. Here comes an attack. A 23.
Yeah, 23 will hit.
Oh, just the once. 13 bludgeoning damage as you cast this spell, but a few of them get through before the vines come up and grab them.
And
Okay.
then, how's Cirrus looking? I can't see your health. So.
Cirrus is on full
Oh,
health.
right.
Oh, you're not.
Yeah, I didn't take damage.
Then I will do a cautionary healing word towards Thrak.
Okay.
Just before I... Oh, no, never mind. Yep. It's ranged.
What word do you say?
Fuck! 6 healing.
A healing fuck word.
A healing fuck, you know, it's a thing.
Yeah.
Sexual
I
healing.
guess
That
that's
song
what that song was
floats through
about.
my head and I heal 6 points of damage.
Right. All right.
my
This
very favorite
giant's
song,
going to
but when
get
I'm
up
playing
and
this
run
character.
away. It can only go that far. This one's going to get up and run towards you.
Oh
Can
god,
only get
it's
to
terrifying.
here.
He's so big.
But I use an action to run further.
Oh good. I'm so glad.
Wait, what's the rule?
You've
It can.
decided to do
So
that.
it's your initial thing is halved from getting up from prone, but if you do
Yeah, I
a
think so.
dash, you get your full
Yeah, you get
movement
full
after that.
Yeah, full
Yeah.
dash.
Oh
Yeah.
great, I'll run. It doesn't matter. I'm going to run here, I guess, get in front of Thrak and
Oh.
Cirrus because he's going
Perfect.
to try and
Yeah,
eat you
that's
guys.
Oh, that's horrible.
That's
Yeah.
real good.
Right.
Thank
That's
you.
so mean.
Well, it is a giant, and they're big, and you're going to have to go around. But it can't do anything. It is your turn, Cirrus. But you can't move through the giant. You can move through the swarm.
Right. Okay. Because I am level 6, I can cast Turn Undead a second time.
Okay. This is going to be
We go.
clutch. All right,
So
let's
I
do
do
the
that.
swarms first then. With saves, yeah?
With saves.
From top to bottom. 1, 2, 3. 3, 8, 10 fails. All turn.
They all fail. Yep.
All turned.
How badly are they looking after getting hit by the...
Well, they're not a half
Looking for
HP
the
yet.
They're not half.
What's that XP?
We
Hill
have a good
Giants.
XP.
Milestone campaign.
Hill Giants. One has already
Come on,
failed, so
come
this is
on.
just for this red one.
Yeah.
One.
Ah!
A 19, which was a crit, but it has a minus
But that's
1.
okay. We can work with that.
Okay, these
Okay.
guys are all turned though, apart from the one hill giant in front of you. Okay, you have a bonus action
Okay.
still.
Okay, and then my bonus action. Give me a moment. I am going to. Oh God, this is so horrible. I am going to cast Sanctuary on myself.
Mhm.
Yeah, so no one can target me or do damage
good.
to me.
It's a smart move, even though it feels selfish.
It's yeah.
Okay, you can run though.
I
Still,
can
or are
revivify you later.
you running?
Oh, that's it.
Okay.
Well, I can't. Oh, yeah, I could, right? Because then it couldn't attack me.
Correct. I think it has to make
Run.
a saving throw. Right.
Right. Okay.
Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack must first make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target. Which I don't think it can suddenly pick Thrak on an opportunity attack.
And then
That would
like
be-
hit him. Yeah.
that would
Okay.
be really
Okay.
annoying.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna run the 30 feet.
Okay. I'll do the Wiz save just for the sake of it because it's stupid. A 14 is a fail, right?
Yeah, that's a fail.
Okay, Thrak, your turn.
Okay, so Thrak raises his staff and puts his hand out and sort of does a motion, and he's going to cast Slow in a 40-foot radius, 40-foot cube, and it's going to hit all 4 of these creatures. And Slow, they have to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Sorry, just want to double check. You are sorry. What? You're attacking
It
the
doesn't
things
do
that have been
damage.
turned.
It
Okay.
doesn't do damage.
Sorry. Thank you. Just want to
Yeah,
double
no,
check.
this is fine. Yeah, it won't break the spell. All right, zombie swarm first. 1, 2, 3. 15 in there, the purple ones. What's your spell save?
15, yeah. So
Okay, so that one's
one
not
zombie
slowed.
swarm makes it.
Okay.
The rest of them are slowed, which gives them a -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saving throws. It can't use reactions, and on its turn, it can use either an action or a bonus action, not both. Regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items, it can't make more than 1 melee or ranged attack during its turn. If the creature attempts to cast the spell with a casting time of 1 action, roll a d20. On an 11 or higher, the spell doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn, and the creature must use its action on that turn to complete the spell. If it can't, the spell is wasted. A creature affected by
The
this
longest
spell
spell of
makes
all time.
another... Yes, I know. Makes another Wisdom saving
It's fine. Yeah.
throw. Yeah. They can move half the speed, is the
sort of-
biggest thing.
Yeah.
What's the range of this spell?
A 40-foot cube, he says.
40-foot cube. A range is 120 feet.
So it's gonna hit.
But I get to
us.
choose the creatures, so
No,
none of
he
my
gets to
allies
pick
are
'em.
affected.
Yeah.
Nice.
Why is this giant affected then?
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, well.
He's not.
yeah,
No,
he's
it's the
not.
red one.
Okay, well, the red one made his save. Actually, no, he didn't.
No, he
That
didn't.
means that's the red one's save, which I didn't account because I accounted for both of them. So actually, the red one is slowed, and yeah, you're correct.
Is that affected by damage? Will he be unslowed if he's damaged?
Oh.
No, I don't think
No.
so.
It's concentration. The only way it can break, as far as I can read here, is if I break my concentration.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to run?
Yes, because it can't attack me, so I'll try to run around it.
PB's favorite spell, by the way.
No, go towards Cirrus.
I can't. Oh, I guess I can go through the. I muscle my way. I'm an orcish tank, pushing undead creatures out of my way. I muscle through the ranks.
They're like completely
reckless
enchanted
and wild.
turned
I
and
go through the
slowed.
turns,
Yeah, you're fine.
and I end up there. I think that's there.
Yeah. Okay. Sia's turn.
Okay, I turn around and I see that Jildan is free. I see that Cirrus is free. So I run west, my movement, and dash out of the map.
Okay. Yeah. One out.
Bye.
The zombie swarms just have to move away from you. These ones are actually kind of stuck, right? But these ones can move. Over there. Gildan's turn.
Go.
I cast Thunder Wave
Okay.
at my feet, which will be a Constitution saving throw.
A
might be
15 from the hill
It's just-
giant.
Well,
It
it
is a
still
hill
takes some
giant.
damage, but
Okay.
the point was to push it 10 feet away, but that's fine. Would take half damage, so 5.
Okay.
And it's very unfortunate. And then I will run. Ah!
All right, hill giant. What can it do?
It can attack. It can use abilities. It just can't cast. Well, if
How
it
far
casts
can it
spells,
move?
it has to roll a d20.
Is it half speed?
It's half speed, and
also remove its
minus the
reactions as
2
well?
AC and dexterity saving throws.
Can you post the spell in the chat?
Yeah.
It's going to try and squash you both.
Okay.
On a natural 20.
Oh. Okay.
I'm as it's falling on me.
You know
guess what?
I need to make a whiz save for. Are you going to time? Okay, yeah. Make it roll
I'm gonna
again.
make him do that again. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to make a whiz save for Mirggles here first.
Ooh.
So 0. So you won't be affected by this. It's going to try and squash Thrak.
Okay.
18.
18 works. Yeah.
Okay. First of all, you take 34 bludgeoning damage.
Jesus.
Okay. That's how many hit points I have, but luckily I'm an orc.
You are an
so
orc.
what you think might kill me, I reach deep inside my green heart and I just barely survive.
Okay. You are grappled. But this thing is prone.
Okay.
Cirrus, it's your
Good
turn.
God. Good God. Okay. I am going to cast Beacon of Hope on Thrak, which bestows hope and vitality. I choose any number of creatures within the range. So the range is 30. I'm going to choose me and you, and I think Jildan is still 30 feet. Perfect. And Jildan. It means that you get advantage on whiz saves and death saves, and you regain the maximum number of hit points possible from any healing. Then I am going to do...
Your concentration will
Jildan's
break,
pretty
by
far.
the way, from your sanctuary.
Yeah.
Good point, actually.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah.
You need to make me a con save as well. Slow boy.
Me?
Yeah, you took damage.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So just do 21. We're good.
It's 10 or half the total damage, yeah, so you're good. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sorry. So now that has ended my concentration for Sanctuary, which sucks, but also I think I need to save Thrak.
I'll be fine.
Sorry. I'll be fine.
I'm always his baby. Or Harry.
Okay.
So-
And then I will cast Healing Word on you. Level. So the maximum, but you get the maximum. So I don't really know how to math the maximum.
I
on
can do
those
it for
dice
you.
rolls.
It's 8 instead of 7. Because it's a 1d4.
Plus 4.
Okay, and then the higher level cast.
Get the
is-
extra.
You have to show that. Oh,
2d4.
sorry. It's
It's
rolling.
It's 16.
Just another 4.
Is it 4 or 16?
Sorry, it's 3, 4. It's another 4. So it's
It's another 4. Yeah, okay, sorry.
well, it's 16. I think, yeah,
Okay.
that's on me.
Yes, that's on you.
16 healing damage.
Healing damage.
This thing is prone, right?
This thing is prone, yes.
Yes, it's prone and slowed, and
I'm gonna try to run still.
Yeah.
And they're
For
prone.
now.
Is that auto crit on melee attacks?
Yes. He's going back in.
God. Wish I could. Wish I could literally have one more action.
I should have stayed.
Okay.
I should have
They've
stayed.
decided to kill it. The real min-max and Myre would have stayed on the very edge of the map.
I considered it, but I dragged it out already.
Okay, Thrak, your
Okay,
turn.
that's it for me.
my turn. Okay. I am going to Misty Step. Fuck out
Thank
from underneath this thing.
Get as far away.
Go there. Misty Step. So you see Thrak sort of struggling underneath this thing, and then he turns into this misty vapor outline of himself, and he appears next to Cirrus.
There's the finish line.
And then he can run an additional 30 feet.
Okay.
Unless he
Amazing.
appears prone. Does he appear prone? I don't know. We'll say he does.
The giant is prone, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but Thrak was also prone. I assume
Oh.
you do Misty Step prone, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I get up and then I move 15 more feet.
Right. Zombies are just running away from you. They're out. Jilden,
Get out, get out, get out.
she's going to go 1v1 this giant.
So
If she turns in attacks, I would 100%.
Her like
help her, and I
red
think she'd
like
know that.
lines turn into exactly the Kratos tattoos.
what happened to him? He died. How would you even say that?
We must be better.
Okay. I am going to do something. You know me. I love a bit of risk. I'm gonna cast Thorn Whip and try and bring Sirius 10 foot closer.
Okay.
So That's a 24. That'll
That
hit.
hits.
It will do
That
some
hits.
damage. It'll do 8 piercing
Yeah.
damage, but
Eight
you are brought
piercing
10 foot
damage.
closer to me.
10 foot, yeah. okay.
Closer.
Get over here!
Bonk.
And that is my turn.
I don't think this thing can catch you, so for all intents and purposes, if you'd like, we can say that you escape.
Oh, yeah.
Final Fantasy footsteps sound effect as you escape the creatures and scurry up the hillside towards Hard's Tower. Congratulations, my god.
Wow.
I'm gonna
I
give
think we
you
could have taken him.
I'm gonna give you a free move on this map here to make it up, and
Nice.
to Hard's Tower here. Leah, roll me a d2 to move the swarm.
Nice.
Moving 2 away from you. You guys are on that one
That's
now.
great. That's
I'll
what we
move-
Oh,
want.
that's good. Yes, yes.
Oh,
You're welcome.
Yeah, for once, your 2 is good.
Yeah. And I think what
dude.
happens here is that you walk up to sorry to keep showing this to all of you, but it's the only way I can get it on the other screen. Once again, you see Hard's Tower come into view after you sort of trek and rush up this mountain. It's not like you just sort of exit the map and then there it is. You still have to climb up a little ways, kind of a little injured and a little beaten, and staying one step ahead from the swarm and the giants as you move up. And you see it. This is Hard's Tower. All of you have seen it before. From the outside, it looks exactly the same. A giant doorway at the top of ice-covered steps with a giant clock above the doorway, with symbols that seemingly have nothing to do with time. You can also see that candlelight is flickering in several of the windows, and there is a plume of blue smoke coming up from the chimneys at the top. And that is where we end today's session.
Wriggle watched them as he had been watching them all this time. Wriggle watched them find the creature of flame. Wriggle lost and found them again. Wriggle watched them as they scurried under the mountain, a place like his home. Wriggle missed his home, but he had to follow. He must follow. Wriggle watched them break the golem, and Wriggle watched them slip out of the caverns again into the world unknown. South they traveled, and Wriggle followed. But now, something else tracks the Quura. Something cloaked in darkness rushes to meet its prey.